Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. How's it going, guys? It's Friday. I can't believe it's September already. September 3rd, or I'm just marching through 2021. Hey, Recycle Tree Brandon, how's it going? Hey, we just had dinner with him twice last weekend. Crazy, huh? I hadn't seen him like for a year, and then we hang out Saturday and Sunday night. But yeah, let me know if you hear everything, if the audio and video are okay. I thought I triple checked everything, but you never could be too sure. Actually, now that I'm thinking about technical issues, I'm gonna do my little workaround here. So if we get any large super chat tips, we'll hear the text to speech, we'll hear all the sound effects and everything. So, all right. Anyway, leave that open. So cool. Everything is cool. I hope. I see all our regs here. Hey, Johnny Bravo. I saw Peter on a second ago. I think what was that funny comment right at the top? Was it Travis? Yeah, I think I like Travis's funny jokes about why he can't be vegan. But anyway, everything's good. Cool. Thanks, Trini Vegan. I see lots of songs I like getting quoted here. Cocteau Twins, Pink Floyd. So awesome. Thanks, Bro Scientist there. Rabbit Creative. I remember when we did a live premiere the other day. Some of you guys thought maybe his channel was deleted. All we know is that his content is like not publicly available anymore. Someone said that he probably made all his videos private for the time being. I really don't know what's up. I don't chat with him. I haven't seen him or Jasmine make any social media posts about it. So if you know anything what's going on, I just thought from what you guys told me that he's got a beef with that Greg Doucette dude. May have said some things that were not appropriate and took his own content down out of just prudence, try to not get in any community guideline strikes and stuff like that. He'll be back in 2 weeks. Is that what's up? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Sometimes they do put you in some kind of timeout like that for some time. So let me know. Is it like, did YouTube do something to him, or is it just something that Richard did on his own to try to avoid further trouble? Let me know, because I don't know. I just know what you guys tell me here. Joan, first time on the live stream. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us here. This is a regular weekly thing. Whatever time it is right now, wherever you're living. For me, it's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in California, the West Coast. This is when I pretty much religiously do a live stream. The only time I missed one in recent times was on our wedding anniversary a few weeks ago. So other than that, this is like my time, Friday live stream. So all you other vegan YouTubers, vegan gains, if you're listening, don't live stream 6 p.m. Friday Pacific Standard Time, because that's my weekly live stream time. I know a lot of you guys like him. He live streams all the time. This is my one. I usually do it once a week, sometimes twice. But yeah, this is my time here. So don't stream what I'm streaming. Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, I did take my horse deworming meds. Oh no, just kidding. Yeah, I tweeted about Joe Rogan, how he's taking that now, but he's the one that said he didn't have anything to worry about. Amy, your first time joining, 8 a.m. in Vietnam. Cool. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the time I come on is a decent time for people in Asia. I have some Australians that come on these live streams too in their mornings. So let's see. Fallon Marie. So that's what I was under the impression of about Vegan Gains. He took his content down voluntarily to avoid any more trouble for the time being. So that's where that's the best info I have. I haven't, I'm sure if his channel had been deleted or if he'd been banned, we would have heard something about it by now. So I think he probably took his content down to avoid any further trouble. I'm with you, Graven. It's been crazy even out here too, but my heart goes out to you guys like Graven and Johnny Bravo out in Florida. My friends from Clean Machine are out there. I'm always like making sure they're doing good, and yeah, they say they're just keeping chill right now. So let's see, Matt, you went to a Megadeth concert last night in Concord, like in Northern California. I assume that's the Concord you're talking about. Is that where you're from, Matt? They were selling Impossible Burgers at the stands. That's awesome. See how that's just totally cool. So that shows you where we should be at in 2021. There should be some solid vegan options everywhere you go. That's why I was so pissed they didn't have Jack when we went to see the Angels baseball game. Unless you count Cracker Jacks and peanuts and stuff like that. Ash, how do you stay positive when everyone around you is eating animal products? Yeah, good question. I mean, I only could speak about myself, and I could try to like extrapolate from that and give advice to you there, Ash. But personally, I'm fortunate that I'm very often just not around non-vegans. So I'm not really like being exposed to people eating animal products all the time. Yeah, I know that's tough for some of you guys if you share like a lunchroom at work or school, whatever, and people are eating all this dead crap. But I know what it's like when we were at Angel Stadium. It was depressing. First it was depressing that everyone's eating all these dead animals and totally happy about it, and their excretions as well. But it's even more bummed that they didn't have anything like a Beyond Burger, a Impossible Dog, Beyond Dog, or something like that. Nothing. It was really depressing. So yeah, I don't know if I had an answer there for you, but I feel your pain is what I'm saying. Okay, Matt, you were in Concord, California. And Bro Scientist, when you saw Megadeth back in the 80s as opposed to last night, you're saying there was no vegan food options. Yep, I totally believe that. It shows you how the world has totally changed a lot in the past, it's changed a lot in the last 10 years, let alone the past like 30 years. Hey, Peter, what is up, Peter? Let's see, The Good Butcher, who I keep hearing so much about them, especially from you and other Canadians, but they're expanding into the United States. The Good Butcher is coming out with gluten sausages and burgers. Wow, I can't wait to see their stuff, Peter. I'm sure when it hits here, it's just going to hit hard. It sounds like they're ramping up production, distribution, and they're going big. South Africa, hey, Weedy ZA. Let's see. Any thoughts on the appeal to marginal cases? Name that trait argument. I actually, to be completely honest, in all fairness to Isaac and Dr. Avi, I really don't, haven't really studied much or learned or watched videos much about the name that trait argument, so I can't really comment on it. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about it. I'm not saying it's good or it's bad. I'm just speaking truth here. I'm one to not bull crap when I'm not informed well on a topic. So yeah, I'd like to hear more about it, have it explained. I mean, I've heard it explained quickly, but I haven't really been able to ask questions and really think about it deeply. That's how I am. Like a lot of people, when they hear something, they have a knee-jerk reaction and they're all in, their whole ego is involved. Now, I'm not like that. I like to understand things before I come out and on record and give you opinions. So that's me coming out on record saying I really don't understand it all that well enough to give you my 2 cents about it. Anyway, AJ, we were talking about Vegan Gains being canceled. As far as we know, he's not canceled. He, the best of my knowledge, took his content down voluntarily to avoid trouble. So let me know if that's accurate or not. If he's been canceled, I'm sure we would have heard something by now about it. Someone here said he'll probably be back up in 2 weeks. Who knows? I don't know if they were speculating or not. Let's see, JL. Let's see. Yeah, the family you're staying with eats low carb, high meat, mostly processed. It's rough. Wow, that's really. I feel for you, JL. I'm sorry to hear that. What's that Green Baby say? Vegan Gains likes to stir the pot. I don't know if it's intentional or likes to. I'm not really sure. I know his brain's wired a little bit differently. I think he is. I'm not speaking bad of him. I think he is comfortable with identifying himself as being on the spectrum with maybe have sociopathic tendencies. Again, I'm not speaking bad. So he's just wired a little bit differently. And whether intentionally or not, yeah, the pot gets stirred for sure. Let's see, Bro Scientist, you're into week 2 of vegan keto. 3 more weeks and you hope to poop? Are you serious? Are you doing vegan keto? And if so, please tell me why. I'm just curious. Hey, Produce Not Pills, how you doing there? Ryan, what are my thoughts on people who are vegan who still enjoy violent things like boxing or video games? It just feels weird to me that it would interest vegans. Hey, I'll answer that question in a sec. I saw Jamit leave a super chat tip there. Jamit. I saw a couple I missed here. A couple are coming. I'll get to your question, Produce Not Pills. Worry not. My brain cells have enough memory cells to remember to come back, hopefully. Hey, Jamit, thanks for this first super chat tip of the day. And you too, Richie the Wolf. I've never heard of that book. I never heard of that person, so let me know if that's like, a famous or infamous philosopher that's into ethics. Which was not my forte at all when I was studying philosophy. I avoided ethics classes as much as I could. Not because I hated ethics, I just found other areas of philosophy, for me, especially at that time, way more fascinating. Now, I wish I had a few more ethics courses, being an ethical vegan. And Richie donated $1. Thank you so much there, Richie. Out of curiosity, how many potatoes do I consume on a daily basis? I don't eat potatoes every day, but we do buy lots of potatoes. I would say maybe every other day we'll have some potatoes. We usually have a decent amount, we just don't have like a little tiny bit, I like potatoes. When we eat potatoes, we go hard. You've been trying to go back to dumbbell exercises to gain muscles. You're very skinny. You heard potatoes are high in carbs and great for repairing muscle tissue. I've never heard anyone say that before, to be honest with you, Richie the Wolf. I'm kind of on the skinny side too. I have long limbs. I have like 6'8", 6'9" wingspan, so it's pretty difficult for me genetically. Not because I'm a vegan, because there's guys like, just look at all the vegan bodybuilders out there. It's training. It's training and genetics and not being underfed. If your body's like, in a caloric deficit, I don't know if you can even put on muscle. Not to say that you are. Those are the most important things. Making sure you have sufficient calories, if not a surplus of calories, regular, consistent training where you're consistently either increasing weight or reps, challenge your muscles in some way, shape, or form. So that's most important. Now let me get back to produce, not pills. People who are vegans that still like violent things. I mean, to each his or her own, to be honest with you. I don't personally like violent things. I don't like watching TV shows and movies where it's just a bunch of murdering and killing. It bugs me. I don't know if that's because I'm vegan or I just don't like that stuff. It could be both of those reasons. So yeah, but yeah, I've played video games where you have to shoot and kill things, and I understand what I'm doing. Oh wow, this is not cool, but I guess I have to do that for this game. But to be honest with you, my favorite games, you don't really kill. Depends what your definition of kill. My favorite video game of all time on a console is Katamari Damacy. Look it up. It's a Japanese game from about maybe 15 years ago on the PlayStation 2. You push this ball and roll things up as the ball gets bigger and bigger. I don't know if you're really killing anything. It's just kind of cute. They play cool Japanese pop songs the whole time. But anyway, that's my thoughts about that. I really am not going to make a video about, hey, this vegan games. I'm sure you like shoot 'em up, killing games. That's cool, whatever, not everyone has to have the same interests as I do. As long as they understand, yeah, it's digital, but still, I don't know what kind of effects it might have on your psychology or your mind. I don't know. I'm sure there's some studies out there on that. I'd like to hear about that. I haven't thought about that too much. But yeah, a lot of video games can be pretty violent. I've played a few in my day, Rockstar games like Grand Theft Auto. I know firsthand, but it's not my preferred. In fact, when you play Grand Theft Auto, you don't have to kill people. That's kind of a myth there. You can just drive around and steal things and stuff like that, but you don't have to kill anyone. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, produce, not pills. I have that kind of quandary too when I play some games. At least I realize it. The idea hits me. Other people just might go past and like, wow, this is pretty effed up But anyway, yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Angie's got that one. That was one of her favorite games. She was trying to get me into that. I also want to say too, if I'm missing some of your questions, I saw a lot of them fly by there. I'm only human, not to quote a Human League song, but I'm only human. I'll try my best. Just ask it again. Don't spam it. Ask it a minute or two, or you can leave a super chat tip. Hit the $sign button down below the chat, or I have up pinned to the top of the chat our link to Streamlabs, which I prefer because they don't take a cut. YouTube takes a really hefty cut, considering there's this huge $1 trillion tech company. I don't know why they have to take so much money from us little creators, but anyway, yeah, Streamlabs doesn't take anything. Christine, brand of mushroom powder. I don't think we are loyal to any one brand of mushroom powder. When Angie comes in, remind me, because I think she's going to come in and bring me some food in a little bit. I think she's making some gluten-free pasta, so let me know. And not let me know. I was just trying to read some comments there. So anyway, let's see. Oh, Rich, that sounds horrible for you. Yeah, we had This is maybe like 5-6 years ago when we were eating lots, a lot of fruit and stuff like. I mean, we were fruitarians, but I was doing like 10 bananas in my smoothies. Now it's down a little smaller. Anyway, we had an outdoor compost bin that would been out there for years, and eventually the little rats started finding it. So. Long story short, instead of having to kill them, we were fortunate enough to remove that food source. I don't know if you have that luxury, but that was our first option. I just rolled up the big trash can, took down the bin, put all the food scraps in the trash can, and never put stuff in there ever since then. So if you can remove what they're looking for, they go away eventually. That's what I've learned. Hey, I just saw Vegan Metalhead. Hey, what's up, Vegan Metalhead?
Hi, Ryan. Keep up the great work. Love the channel.
Oh, thanks, my new life without my wife. Thank you. Thank you so much for those kind words, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing here. Thanks so much. I think, hey, you're the first Streamlabs big tip of the night. You heard the whole music and the speech to text. If you want to hear your question get read aloud by the robot voice, yeah, $5 or more on Streamlabs. The link's pinned to the top of the chat here. And Vegan Metalhead, you love violent video games and once watched a literal music video called Forced Gender Reassignment. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Thanks for the super chat tip there. Yeah, like I said, I have no issues with people that like violent video games, but yeah, it does like when I play these games and there's a lot of killing, it bothers me. I think more so it bothers me when there's movies. That's more realistic. We know games, it's all digital pixels and stuff like that. But anyway, hey Peter, how's it going, Peter? You're gonna see Shang-Chi tomorrow. Yeah, I know. We're going to go with a Canadian actor. Totally cool. Yeah, we're big fans of Simu Liu. He was in Kim's Convenience. He's the star of the Marvel show Shang-Chi. So yeah, that's awesome. I couldn't believe. Like he's a huge star now. He's going to be huge. So I think he seems like a really cool, down to earth, humble guy. I've been following him on Twitter before he got signed up with Marvel. And when we were at Disney, we saw a couple shirts with his image on it, but they were like ladies' ones, I think, or else I would have got one, So anyway, that's cool. I hope to see it at some point. I don't know if I'm going to go to the theaters anytime soon, especially not during our holiday weekend here. It'll be crazy. Vegan pajamas. Oh man, you got some sneakers that you accidentally bought, which have leather on the tongue. Oh man, we've talked about this many times, and I've never had that particular situation that you described. I've had a lot of older things that I've kept over the years that haven't deteriorated. Hey Johnny, I'll sell your tip there. I'll get to there in a second. So yeah, for me personally, I thought about it for a while, and I donated and got rid of stuff because I just didn't want to wear them because they were like old Birkenstocks that were all made out of leather. If you have a tongue, people aren't going to see that probably. My whole point was, for me personally, being a vegan activist, I didn't want to walk around in this big ass leather shoe. That's just blatant. Everyone can see that. You know what I'm saying? So if it's just a tongue, just think about it. I don't have a hard and fast answer for you there, because you didn't intend to buy it. You spent the money. I don't know if you guys want to leave some tips. I don't want to be like the moral arbiter here or anything like that. That's a tough one. I personally probably wouldn't wear it myself, but everyone's different. But I'm different. I'm a vegan activist of sorts, and it's easier for people to try to target me, and there's my conscience too. I get it. I totally get it. So Johnny, thanks. Yes, I plan to use Discord again. I was actually working on some other stuff today, but yeah, I was getting the Discord set up last week so we can get some more guests on. Do you want to come on today? I'm not sure if I was prepared to have Discord today, to be honest with you. But yeah. Now that Peter helped me troubleshoot it last week. I totally plan to. That was my whole intention there, to make sure I can do it. I just now need to think about the actual ways I'm going to really use it on our show. So yeah, Johnny, for sure. And I'm planning different ideas. Sometimes just having guests come on, like I've done in the past, but just talk to them. And other times having viewers come on, like you guys come on. So guests meaning like somebody you may have heard of before, vegan activist, vegan YouTuber, something like that. And then also having you guys come on too, like how we had Peter come on for a little bit last time. So yes, we will do some more of that for sure. So thanks so much, Johnny, for your super chat tips there. And I hope you're doing safe, and I hope your wife and niece are better now. Let me know how they're doing. Let's see. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? The Giants and Dodgers are playing. Oh, thanks. Is Race Lever here? Oh yeah, I forgot you and Race Lever had that thing going on a couple live streams ago. Thanks for dropping by, Sarah. Let's see, AJ Vintage would donate the shoes. That would probably be really high up on the options list for me to donate the shoes. Okay, the channel of the guy that looks like my son. No, what was the channel name again? I forgot. Let's just type it down there again. Now I remember at the 21 and a half or 22 minute point in the show, you told me the name of a channel to check out where the dude looks like my son. So you can't take him back, vegan pajamas. So yeah, you're in a really tight spot there. So I'm not going to tell you what to do on that. You're going to have to work that one out. But remember the definition of veganism is, you don't have to be 100% perfect. We try our best. But we live in an imperfect world, so not everything's going to work out perfectly. I know there's idealists that don't buy that, but they'll step on bugs, they'll squash things, critters in their vehicles from time to time unintentionally. So we live in an imperfect world, so just try your best with that. Let's see. Tennis Freak, what is this no kids thing here? Wow, what are you guys talking about there now? About this metal? Let's see. Anyway, Peter, what's that? Paul from Hinch Herbivore also made a kid about that guy who's no longer vegan. Yeah, I saw him post that on his Facebook. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Did we pretty much cover the same stuff, I imagine? Because everything I covered about that kid, Ibrahim Kamit, I think his name is, everything he said is like, okay, all the stuff I showed out of his video were like, the key points of his trying to debunk veganism. So if anyone's here right now and would also like to try to debunk veganism, I'm all ears. That's why I put that in the title. So if anyone out here right now thinks they have a great reason why veganism is null and void and we should all just give up, quit what we've been doing all these years and just start eating steaks again, just try your best if you want to, give it a shot. He added a few more bits. Okay, I'll watch what Paul, is that his name? I feel so weird to call him Paul right now. That's Inch Herbivore's name, right? It's Paul, right? Yeah, it's Paul. Let me know. I'm like having a brain fart right now. It's because I'm vegan, right? VD's going to watch. Ooh, Ryan can't remember Hinch Herbivore's name. I never met him before. We've talked a couple of times. It's just, it's probably why I don't think about his real name every day. He's just Hinch Herbivore to me. Sometimes Angie will call him Hinchy. Hey, Wujita. Yeah, we've had a lot of good behavior tonight. Thanks for joining us, Wujita. Good to see you. Yeah, it is Paul. Okay, thank you. I was just questioning myself there. I guess I just don't trust myself sometimes, if I'm not, totally familiar with something. That's how I am. I tell you, I'm cautious. I don't just like come out and give you a strong opinion about something, about a topic or an issue I just recently learned about. Joe Rogan. I've made enough videos, Parth, about Joe Rogan. They should probably know what I think about Joe Rogan, particularly when he talks about nutrition and veganism. He might be smart about some things, but when it comes to veganism and nutrition, he's completely clueless. Just complete bro science. Just crap you hear at the gym that's totally factually incorrect. Vegans are weak and all this blah blah crap. Vegans have not enough testosterone. He's the one that gets shot in the butt on a regular basis to have testosterone levels like mine. Mine are just natural because I eat a plant-based diet. Joe Rogan has come out and said, don't worry about COVID and all these vaccines. If you're healthy, you'll be fine. And as soon as he got it, he took every drug known to man, And I'm not trying to get in a debate here about COVID versus all this stuff. I'm just saying, he's out there saying, don't worry about it. If you're healthy it's overblown. As soon as he gets it, every drug known to humankind, wimp. That I'm just trying to say, Joe Rogan is a wimp for doing that. A complete wimp. He gives his full toxic masculinity. If you're strong, you don't have to worry crap about it. But as soon as he gets a sniffle, bam, he took every drug known to man. Monoclonal antibodies, you name it. So yeah, Joe Rogan is a hypocrite and a wimp and doesn't know jack about nutrition and veganism. So if you want to know how I feel about Joe Rogan, that's it. Let's see. Oh, do we have someone trying to debunk veganism here? Hasn't evolution created humans to be omnivores? You're asking that as a question? I mean, if you're going to debunk veganism, you better have something better than a question. I mean, that's a lot. Let's hear your argument instead of a question if you're trying to debunk veganism. And what do you mean evolved? Evolution doesn't have a goal. It's not like a thinking organism. We're at right now. I mean, because through random chance and survival of the fittest. However, if you want to take that argument all the way, we have evolved our digestive systems to be able to eat nothing but plants, or else I'd be dead right now. Most people watching this live stream right now should be sick and nearly dead, for not getting all this great animal protein. So if one could argue, if you use the evolution aspect to it, one could argue easily, validly, that evolution has created us such that we don't need to eat animals. We can survive completely 100% on plants. So what do you think about that? I mean, all those years of being omnivores, well, again, how many years? What period in human history are you talking about? What centuries? Are you talking about Australopithecus, Cro-Magnon? I mean, what are you talking about? Homo sapien? Who are we talking about? Because for millions of years, our closest ancestors that we came from ate a diet exclusively of plants. I'm talking about Australopithecus before we became Homo sapiens. So I'm not sure where you're getting at here. Yeah, but the point is we can eat completely plants. So I'm not sure how saying because our digestion allows us to eat animals that were somehow not vegan by nature. No, by nature, we're extremely well equipped to eat plants, process, digest plants, absorb nutrients from plants, and be healthy humans. So I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Eskimos can be vegan? Here you're going on these weird fringe cases. Yes, an Eskimo can be vegan. What are you saying? Eskimos have a different, unique biology separate from me that an Eskimo couldn't possibly thrive on a diet of plants? Yes, they could. Totally. What do you mean I require supplements, Marcus? What do you mean? I mean, I'm a 10-year vegan, and how often, when do you think someone would require supplements as a vegan before they expire, Marcus, before you go off on that? And if you're going to say B12, I hope you know that. I can pull the study up for you here. 40% of Americans are either deficient or dangerously low in B12. Now we're talking about vegans. We're talking about Americans. 40%. To be exact, 39%. Roughly 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 people, if you look out in a crowded room, 2 out of 5 people, 4 out of 10 are low or dangerously low in B12. So the point is most people should be taking a B12 supplement anyway, unless they're getting regular blood tests. And who really does that? Unless you're me, blood tests that measure B12. I'm one of the few people you'll ever meet that gets regular B12 blood tests. I'm going to show your comment there, Marcus. Oops. Yikes. I keep hitting the wrong thing here. Anyway, my point, you said people have crappy diets. No, there's absorption issues. A lot of people have fine diets, but there's something called intrinsic factor, look it up, which inhibits people's ability to absorb bioavailable B12 in their diet. So it doesn't have to do with shitty foods. Yeah, you can have a crappy diet, which will make it tougher, but you can have the greatest diet, but if you have issues with intrinsic factor, the healthiest diet ain't going to get you there. So my bottom line is, every person, unless they know better, unless they get regular blood tests like I do and have been doing, everyone should just take a B12 supplement. I don't care if you're vegan. I don't care what diet you're on, especially if you're over the age of 50, as I am. The United States government recommends everyone my age, they're not talking about vegans, they're talking about everyone, take a B12 supplement. Hey, Uncle Walt. How's it going, Uncle Walt? Okay, let's see what else you guys are talking about there. But yeah, Eskimos can be vegan. Now, there's nothing, they're not a biologically distinct species from all other Homo sapiens that they can't be vegan. They can't have an ethical idea that it's wrong to kill all the seals and stuff and eat only plants. Let's see. Vegan, yes. Vegan pajamas, yes, I would. Um, so if anyone wants to try to actually debunk veganism, I've heard people say, but evolution, though, or supplements, though, those don't debunk veganism. My point was, I went over 5 years as a vegan, 5 years without taking a single supplement. 5 years. I mean, if the vegan diet were so horrible that it requires supplementation or else you will die or get ill, I went over 5 years without any supplementation. Zero. Zilch. Absolutely none. And about a little after the 5-year mark, I decided, hey, I'm going to start taking a B12 supplement. Not that I was deficient. You can watch my blood tests. They're here on the channel, preserved in time for all of humanity to see. I decided it would be prudent as a influencer type to just take a B12 supplement. You know, I wasn't deficient. I think deficiency, they measure below like 300 or 200. I was in the 400 or 500s. So, I didn't take a B12 supplement because I was deficient in B12. My doctor didn't say, hey, bro, you better take a B12 supplement or you're going to get really sick or anything like that. I just figured I have nothing to lose, all to gain. It's cheap, easy. Why not take a B12 supplement? In fact, I was at the age, like I told you, where the government is saying, regardless of your diet, you should just take a B12 supplement anyway. So, what do you mean optimal, Marcus? I was running 5Ks, playing sports, working hard. What do you mean optimal? I was kicking ass, as I am now, but for the first 5 years, no supplements. So your argument is completely wrong, or else I should have been nearly dead after 5 years, 5+ years of no supplementation as a vegan. It doesn't require anything. You're just completely lying here. And in fact, here's the whole thing about the vitamin and supplementation argument. It wasn't created for vegans. You know, this was created decades ago when there were barely any vegans. This is created for people that are just non-vegans that need a little something. So no, veganism isn't null and void. Veganism isn't a diet. Here's what you don't understand, Marcus and others. Veganism is an ethical stance against exploiting animals. It's absolutely unnecessary to harm animals in this day and age, especially. So with that out of the way, it's an ethical stance. My point is, though, it can be a healthy diet if you want it to be. And there's nothing wrong with taking a B12 supplement, since 40% of you Americans out there, or people around the world, should be taking one anyway, regardless of your stance about animal cruelty and what you eat. B12 supplements, I take a... after that, 5 years of no supplements as a vegan, and I didn't die as Marcus thinks I probably should have. Anyway, I took a sublingual spray that got off Amazon. I think it's called Garden of Life or something like that. I still have that in the fridge. I should be taking it more, but I've just been using my workout supplement, the duckweed, the Clean Machine. Let me show you that, because when I first started taking it, I didn't know I had bioavailable B12. I just thought it was, giving me some extra amino acids to compete with my friends at the gym who were, taking whey protein, not because they were deficient or anything like that, but anyway, this stuff here, the Clean Machine Green Protein. Like a couple years after I started taking it, there was an analysis done on it in a high-tech lab that found it had several forms of bioavailable B12. So I've been kind of riding off this since I take this pretty much every day after my workouts. In fact, I'm friends with the company, friends with the owner, and I'm an affiliate. And I just love these guys. It's a vegan-run company. Jeff Palmer, 30-year vegan, former champion, natural bodybuilder. So I have a code. So if it seems a little pricey, use our code HappyVegan, save 10%. And I have nothing but good stuff to say about Clean Machine. I literally, seriously, just, ooh, where's my browser here? I use it essentially every day because I exercise. I do resistance training pretty much every day. Today, no exception. So anyway, Elijah, I said, if I skip over your question, don't take it personally. We have like 90 people in here roughly right now. So just ask your question a second or third time and I will try my best. I'm just a simple human. Again, you can always leave a super chat tip. I'll see it for sure. But yeah, you don't have to pay for me to talk to you or anything like that. Just here it is. Elijah, the only foods you can't eat are chicken, potatoes, and celery. Mast cell activation syndrome causes you to be allergic to all other foods. That's why you can't be vegan, but you're rare. Okay. If there's a super rare, I've never heard of this in my life. I've been, doing vegan YouTube since 2013. You're the first person that's ever given me that one. So if you're like, 1 in 100,000 or a million kind of person, I feel for you. But you said you couldn't be vegan. I mean, you said you could eat celery and potatoes, right? So how come you just couldn't eat? I'm just curious why you couldn't eat celery and potatoes, because I know our friend Andrew Spudfit, he challenged himself to eat nothing but potatoes for a year, and he didn't do it foolishly. He was getting blood tests the entire time. He was fine and healthy, not deficient in anything. So if you add celery on top of that, you get a few more nutrients on top of just potatoes. And there's many different varieties of potatoes as well, different colored ones. You get different micronutrients. So you might, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know your condition. I'm just saying, it seems to me it's possible you could probably not have the chicken part. But anyway, let's continue on here. I'm, not trying to dodge anyone's questions here. Let's see. Peter saying Vegan Gains is scheduled to do a debate in 4 days, so I guess he's not gone or anything. And Peter asked that person, Elijah, has he gone to a doctor? Huh? Good question, Elijah. I should have asked that because I am not a medical doctor and I don't make any pretense to BS that I'm a medical doctor or nutritionist like that. I'm just going by everything I've learned as a 10-year vegan. What do you, the one and only, not enough nutrition in spuds and celery. Well, what do you mean by that? Because I tell you, Spudfit, he should be dead if you're wrong. He didn't even have celery. He just had potatoes for an entire year. He's got his blood tested the entire time, wasn't dangerously low in anything. He was healthy, fine, active. So I wouldn't recommend eating only potatoes. I mean, if I had a certain condition, maybe that's all I could do. But for the rest of us, that's not a problem. But I'm saying even someone who didn't have to do that, he did it, ate nothing but potatoes for a year. And during the year and after the year, he was fine and healthy. Would he want to do it again? He said, no way. It's just too boring. It's a horrible diet. Yeah, Spudfit is the ultimate potato guy. He wanted to end it sooner, not because he was like getting sick or anything like that. I just want to eat some real food again. It just kind of sucks. Eat anything. I would never recommend any kind of mono diet or something like that. It's like, why? Unless you have to. Unless you have a weird, rare, super rare medical condition, that's all you can eat, then sorry, that's all you can eat. But yeah, age vintage, you can literally live off potatoes. If that's all you had, if you're stranded on an island that had nothing but potatoes, you'd get by as long as you had enough potatoes. I'm with you, plant-based powered. I gotta have my beans too. Amazing Grace. It's kind of a personal question, like why didn't I have children? You could have potentially asked something that's really like sensitive, like an infertility issue or losing child before they're born. Unfortunately, none of that's ever happened. No, it was just a decision to, I love kids. I love my nephews and nieces with all my heart. Every time I see them, big smile on my face. I play with them, I have a great time. But at the end of the day, I'm glad they go back home with their parents and don't come back home with us. So other things, no, it's just the kind of lifestyle that we have. It just, we decided that, we were the kind that really needed to have kids. No one really needs to have kids, you know what I'm saying? And we were that type that didn't really feel like, my biology is making me, I have to have. So I'm not bagging on anyone. We're just cool having our lifestyle. It makes it easier to just live a more lean lifestyle. Not lean like diet wise, but just financially. If we had we had children, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd probably have to have like a more high paying job or something like that. So I tell you right now, this kind of gets us by barely. But if we had children, no way. I'd have to do a different kind of channel, something that's more popular, appealing than, doing like, philosophy breakdowns of boneheads quitting vegan or stuff like that. That's not a great way to pay the bills. Yeah, children are expensive. Exactly my point. So I don't think it'd be fair for us to ask our children, no, you have to, suck it up and not get all the fancy toys and not get new clothes. I wouldn't want to do that to them. If I had children, I'd want to spoil them. So yeah, it's partially not having the desire to have children, and partially knowing that the responsibility, the enormous responsibility of time, years, decades of your life, in finances. So bottom, when it comes down to, I like being an artist, a creative type, and I've known so many artists, friends of mine, once they had kids, it was much more difficult. I'm just quit or just do stuff on the side, and I just wanted to keep doing my thing as long as I can. But yeah, I'm not bagging. If you guys have kids, awesome. And I'm sure when I meet your kids, I'm going to love them because I love kids. I just don't want to have my own. Yeah, good point, Natalie. I figured too, the world has plenty of humans. We were approaching 8 billion humans on this planet, so don't need another one or two coming from me here. Yeah, Zoe, it's a lifestyle choice. I guess it's a short way of what I was just kind of long-windedly saying. It's a lifestyle choice. It's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, lifestyle choices you can make, the decision. If you are fortunate to have that decision, sometimes it happens and unplanned, you know what I'm talking about? But anyway, that is a huge lifestyle choice decision. Yeah, and I'm with you too, Zoe. It can be a rude question because I said people can have, lost a unborn baby before it came to term. There could be fertility issues that cause, depression and the potential parents. So yeah, it's a potentially rude question. Just letting you guys know, I'm not taking offense, but you probably shouldn't ask people that. Is my feeling about that, because it's potentially very triggering emotionally. If you ask it to a certain person, could really you could bum them out really bad. I see a lot of you guys aren't having kids. Yeah, I'm not like making a video saying, hey vegans, listen to me, don't have kids. I'm not going to ever make anything like that. But it's interesting to see so many of you guys sharing that same sentiment of, making that lifestyle choice. And especially for those of us who aren't like super wealthy or anything like that, and know the financial commitment, responsibilities children would entail. So like I said, I probably wouldn't be here right now. You guys wouldn't know me. This wouldn't be happening, most likely. Not to say, there's YouTubers with kids. I know that for sure. I'm just saying our particular niche here, the kinds of views and stuff we get, I'd probably have to do something else. Okay, Kay, that person that looks like me, Rich Numa. Is that really what his name is? Okay, I'll try to look that up later. Kay, thanks for sharing that. I'm always interested to see what people think I look like. You notice a lot of vegans don't have kids. I know a lot of vegans that do have kids, but maybe you're seeing a disproportionate amount of vegans that don't have kids. Not because we're infertile or something like that. It's because, veganism is a lifestyle choice, decision to not harm animals and willing to do what it takes to not harm animals, not eat animal products and not, buy cars with leather and stuff like that. But my point is also, not having kids is a big lifestyle choice too. So it makes some sense. If you're into lifestyle design, and you're a lot of people never even have heard of that. It's just a foreign concept, lifestyle designs. But yeah, vegans, are to some degree, they're into lifestyle design, whether they know it or not. Well, he does look like a young me. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Rich Numa. All right, I'm gonna definitely see my son here that you're saying I have. All right, Kay, thanks for sharing that. Virtuoso, curious. What kind of research did you find that going fully raw vegan with zero fat would cure insomnia? And how do you have zero fat? Because plants, fruits, they still have some fat in them. They might have a small amount of that macronutrient, but I've yet to see any fruit or vegetable that has absolutely no fat. So I think you're saying you don't have nuts or avocado or something like that. Just curious. And I'm curious what the research was. Just like other like YouTubers and stuff like that. Just curious. I already look like a young me. Awesome. I appreciate that, False. Thank you. Plant-based powered. Your question got held up there. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just kind of laughing at it. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you're being serious or not. There, I will just kind of leave it there. Let's see. What's that, Peter? You probably shouldn't eat a diet with O5. O5 what? I must have missed something going on there. I'm looking up. I'm not sure what that is. Parth. I'm happier now than in my 20s. Now, I was probably more happy-go-lucky in my 20s, to be honest with you. It's hard to measure and quantify because it's hard to quantify happiness, for one. And the things that made you happy in your 20s aren't necessarily the same things that make me happy now. Like in my 20s, I was just happy to... And this is in the 90s, guys, so it's not like what happened 10 years after. I was happy going to my underground raves, acid house, stuff like that, and my being on a record label back then and stuff like that too. It was cool. That was fun. Life's got different things now that make me happy. But yeah, back then, just get me to a good rave and I was pretty stoked. Yeah, I will look them up, Kay. Fat hurts the liver? Virtuoso. Okay, so a raw vegan nutritionist says that. Can someone fact check that for us? Can Peter or someone fact check that fat is, what's the word I'm looking for? Detrimental, deleterious, harmful to the human liver. Even like a healthy whole food fat, like, nuts, seeds, avocados. I've never heard that in my life. It sounds like raw food dogma to me. And I've said this before, not all, but most claims like that I hear that come from raw food leaders and all are just not supported by evidence, like, fact-based information, evidence-based information. It's just like, anecdotal stories or just stuff that people say that aren't ever really sought out to, to check the truth value of these claims. But someone please look at that, because that sounds extremely dubious to me, that every bit of fat is harmful to our liver. I would just like to see that. If someone has any studies, and this is what it's all about. Someone could say, well, my friend Kobe, not Kobe, but whatever, you pick a guy. My friend Fred, he went on a non-fat diet and it helped his liver or whatever like that. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad for the friend Fred, but that's not science. Fred, it's just one person. So anyway, I'm curious though, if anyone could find anything about fat being detrimental or harmful to the human liver, even in small quantities, because I have never heard that before. And here's the thing, here's what I'm getting at, long-winded way, is that my idol, Carl Sagan, he said back in the 70s, extraordinary claims like that demand extraordinary evidence. If you're going to make a giant claim like that eating fat is harmful, detrimental to the human liver, there better be some pretty solid science, not just like anecdotal reports or like raw gurus making that claim. Because I could make all sorts of claims. I could make a claim like this: eating a diet of all raw fruit will make you grow 4 heads. I can just say that, right? So anyway, so anyway, it plays on check. Could someone check that out? Yeah, Uncle Walt, maybe if you have your gallbladder time. Yeah, we're talking about healthy humans, right, Uncle Walt? And a healthy human being that's eating dietary fat and in rational quantities. We're not talking about a diet of all fat, whatever that would be, drinking olive oil. I'm just saying healthy whole food plants, nuts, seeds, avocado, durian, stuff like that. These foods are harmful to the human liver. If someone could could produce some studies, like show me the PubMed abstract, and I'll dig in. I'll read the whole study later. Just someone produce some study showing that like whole food fats are bad for our livers, and I'll maybe change my opinion. I will if I see some solid evidence. She's a nutritionist working the 80-10-10 diet. Okay, I know exactly what the 80-10-10 diet. I have the book here. I have Dr. Doug. He's a chiropractor. I have Doug Graham's book. I also reviewed his brain damage book, which has no scientific references whatsoever to back up anything he says in there. So just because she's a nutritionist working the 80-10-10 diet doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's tons of insane claims from Doug Graham, the author of that book. So my point is, who cares what Doug says? I could say a raw diet will make all your hair fall out because he's bald, right? I could say that. I don't believe that, but I could say that and not tell you I don't believe that, but I could say that, right? Prove me wrong. I'll just show me the studies is what I'm saying here. Please show me the studies that support this extreme claim that eating whole food plants is detrimental to the human liver. Please show me a single study or many studies. Yeah, Doug Graham is not a medical doctor. He's a D-licensed chiropractor. He got in trouble for some kind of shenanigans. I forgot what, and he lost his license. So yeah, he's a former chiropractor. He's never a medical doctor, but he kind of likes to have people think he's one, I think. Anyway. I'm with you, SHA. Healthy fats like nuts, seeds, avocados, yeah, even some olive oil are not bad for human health. I love my avocados. I love nuts and seeds. I have nuts and seeds almost every day. And I mean, if these guys are right, like Doug Graham, I should be dead right now. But please, again, I want to see a single study that shows eating avocados and nuts and seeds, or cooked food for that matter, Doug Graham. I want to see any study that shows eating cooked food is going to take a day off of my life. I want to see any studies that show eating cooked food as opposed to raw food is going to cause disease, like, the leading causes of death. Because these studies don't exist, because the raw food guys like Doug Graham just say crap like that to scare people, so they'll follow him blindly and just eat raw food for the rest of their life. So anyway, let's move on from that. Seeds are terrible for you? Are you kidding, Jay? I eat seeds often. I mean, no nutrients? Are you kidding? Like one of my favorite seeds I like to have are pumpkin seeds, and they're packed with like iron and I forgot. I remember that's one of my if you need iron, eat just pumpkin seeds. There's a ton of other nutrients in them too. So that's just nonsense that there's no like nutrients in seeds. How much I spend a week on food and beverages, I really can't say. Every week's different. I don't know. I don't have any software that keeps track of that either. Yeah, Uncle Walt, hot dogs though, unlike just regular like say like vegan hot dogs, like meat hot dogs, you'll lose a half hour of your life for each one. But you can't say the same for cooked food. But like the raw food leaders love to say, yeah, eating cooked food will give you all this bad health and disease. Well, tell me, how is steaming my broccoli and steaming my potatoes going to take a second off of my life? Please, raw food leaders, if you have an answer for me, tell me, but just don't spout your crap without any evidence. I need to see some evidence, not like some guy's story, not Doug Graham's book, because that's not evidence. We're talking about some kind of like what I show when I produce studies. I look at peer-reviewed studies, and I'd like to read through them. So please, if we have some, I'd love to see it. Hey, Angie's here. Awesome. Okay, so Angie looked up this nonsense. Nut consumption, which they're saying is high fat, is associated with improved liver enzyme levels in patients with NFLD. What is NFLD? But thanks for looking that up, Angie. Yeah, Dr. Clapper, Peter, I think is a little bit too influenced by those raw gurus, Isn't he kind of like raw or borderline raw or something like that, So I'm not surprised. He has all these really extreme positions. I'm just saying, Jay, I'm just saying these claims from raw food leaders are crap. There's no information. There's no information, credible information that eating fat is detrimental to human liver health or function. That just sounds good when a raw leader says it, but there's zero evidence that I'm aware of that supports that. So if that is the case, then it is crap when they say stuff like that. Because they're needlessly scaring people like you to never eat like nuts, seeds again. You know, like why? How is eating a nut, seed, or avocado going to take a day off your life? That's just complete nonsense. Let's see. Angie looked up walnuts high in omega-3 fatty acids. Research finds that people with fatty liver disease who eat walnuts have improved their liver function tests. So again, thanks Angie for just checking these basic things here for us here. Thank you. We're finding evidence that proves the contrary of what this 80-10-10 nutritionist is saying. I'd like to see any study that says, yeah, eating walnuts, eating pumpkin seeds or whatever is going to make your liver unhealthy, function worse. And Angie, just in like 2 minutes here, found 2 studies with different nuts and seeds showing improved liver function from eating these foods. So this is what I'm talking about. You can believe some guy just making crap up, and it's crap. If someone's just making stuff up, that's crap, all right? I'm just telling you. I'm not saying he's a bad person. They probably mean well. I'm sure that your 80-10-10 nutritious person there really thinks he or she is really helping people. I have met many of them. I know they believe that they're doing a good thing, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty and look at any actual evidence supporting these radical claims, they're lacking. So they have like 80-10-10 people just have an equal amount of evidence supporting their diet as, say, the carnivore people do. And this is why evidence is important. If you will, if you're cool with there being no evidence to support what your diet is, then you can allow any diet to be great. And by your own standards of measuring a diet, which you don't need evidence, a carnivore diet should be perfectly healthy because they have the same amount of evidence, which is 0. Okay, sunflower seeds, Angie. These nutty tasting seeds are high in vitamin E, an antioxidant that may protect the liver from further damage. See, I'd love to see someone say, oh, but if you eat all these fats, though, these plant-based fats, they will harm your liver. And Angie's having trouble finding anything like that. Oh, really, Uncle Walt? That same study that said a hot dog takes 30 minutes off your life. On the contrary, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I have quite often now, adds time to your life. See, that's what I'm talking about. Eating plants doesn't take time off your life like that. Let's see. Elijah. Yeah, I don't really buy too many physical books anymore myself personally, because we've been getting rid of physical books. I don't know if you've been watching our vlogs. A lot of our vlogs are walking down to our local neighborhood book lending library things that people have in their yards, and we've just been getting rid of tons of books. We really don't need any more books right now. Um, Amazing Grace trying to get me here, saying, yeah, I've said vegan diet is not a privilege, and how can I say that? Because I don't know how much I spend each week on food and beverages. I don't track it because it's unnecessary. I mean, I said, like, what do you think we're buying? We don't buy expensive crap like Beyond Burgers, Impossible Burgers, and Miyoko cheese and stuff like that. And once in a blue moon, but honestly, I don't think we've bought any Miyokos all year. And we're in September now. I don't think we've bought any Beyond Burgers, and here we are. What I'm saying is, yeah, we buy rice, beans, potatoes, legumes, kale, bananas. Those comprise, I should say, maybe like 80% of our calories, like on a weekly basis. So why do I need to count how much I'm spending on rice, beans, potatoes, legumes, greens, and bananas. It's pointless. Yeah, sure. Maybe I'll splurge sometimes at farmer's market and get some like really cool organic cherries or berries, but I don't need to have that. It's just something I enjoy to do. Not to spend a lot of money, but get some really high quality produce once in a while. But we don't really go to farmer's market all that much anyway. So I don't think you can say I'm a hypocrite because I don't track my budget. Like, why do I need to track my food budget if I'm buying some of the cheapest foods known to man? That's my whole point. If I were splurging on expensive foods, yes, you would have a good point. I probably should track my budget and try to rein it in if I'm trying to be like, economically tight. But again, I'm buying the cheapest foods known to humankind, so why do I need to track my budget of rice, beans, potatoes, legumes, bananas, and greens? It just seems like I have better things to do with my life, as I'm saying. Are vinyl records vegan? Hey, most, pretty much, I think, except for maybe one or two of these records were got prior to us going vegan. Most of these are stuff that we've collected over the years, and some of these are like, from Angie's family. But as far as I know, they're a petroleum product, made out of, not dinosaurs. That's a misconception. Like gasoline, petroleum is made out of basically decomposed plant matter, masses and masses of plant matter. So there might be a worm mixed in there or something like that, or a dino bone or something like that. But yeah, it's decomposed plants. So yeah, I would consider them to be vegan. Are they really good for the world? That's a whole nother debate, though. Johnny, you got 25 pounds of rice not that long ago. See what I'm talking about? And I bet you it didn't cost that much. Like, I've seen 25-pound sacks of rice here for like maybe $20. And it seems like a lot, but that 25-pound sack of rice could last you months. Literally months and months and months. So that's why I don't track my food. Like, when they asked, who was it that asked that? Like, how am I a hypocrite because I don't track my food purchases? Well, if I buy one bag of rice that lasts me like 6 months, how can I track that? Because I bought it one time, yet I'm eating from it every day or every other day for weeks and months. So it's hard to calculate this stuff because a lot of stuff just lasts forever. You buy a bag of potatoes, that could last like a couple, 2-3 weeks. Oh, hey, thanks, Peter. Thanks for the pizza fund. Hey, I didn't even see how we're doing on the pizza fund here. Let me take a look-see here. Let's see how the pizza fund's coming. Wrong tab here. Let's see. Almost. We're getting there. We're in the ballpark of almost knocking on a pizza fund. Been an hour into the stream. How do we cook our rice? Used to use a rice cooker, but ever since we got pressure cookers a couple years ago, just been putting it in the pressure cooker because it's way quicker. Like, brown rice would take in the rice cooker like almost an hour, like 45, 50 minutes. Pressure cooker, you have to wait like 10 minutes for it to pressurize, but after that, like 21 minutes. So it's a little bit quicker. Let's see, Graven Babies, you're watching me and wrestling right now? That's interesting. That's cool. I don't think too many people have done that. Produce Not Pills. Are we doing pizza tonight? I'm not sure because we went to our favorite pizza place here in Long Beach with Roots Like a Tree last Sunday. It was their first time there. They went crazy. I knew they were going to love it. I knew they were going to love the horror, dark themed of the bar. And they loved it. They bought all the merch and stuff too. So that was Sunday, but today's Friday. I could maybe go for a pizza. I haven't really got. I just had I made some tacos right before I came on, so I'm good right now. But I know after another hour into this live stream, I'll burn that many more calories and carbs. I'll probably be ready for something. Let's see. Oh, sorry to hear that, Darlene. Yeah, quinoa's still good. Yeah, if you're, you have to watch that. Huh, I'm sorry to hear about that. It's the Amazing Grace. Are avocados, nuts, green powder, eating out inexpensive? Oh, are you really trying to give me a thank you so much, Michelle VC, for your super kind super chat tip there. Thank you so much. So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm a hypocrite, saying that veganism is not a privilege? Again, Michelle, thanks so much for your kind super chat tip there. Much appreciated. You don't even have a question for me. That's really sweet of you. So you're trying to say I'm a hypocrite because I say vegan diets are inexpensive, but I said 80% of our calories day in and day out, week in and week out, year in and year out come from the least expensive foods known to humankind. Again, grains, all different kinds of rices, white, brown, black, mixed, wild. Wild's kind of pricey, but we don't eat that all that often. Legumes, which are pretty freaking cheap. Especially if you soak your own. Potatoes, one of the cheapest foods known to humankind. And I don't need to go through this list. Yeah, occasionally we'll go out to dinner. I mean, but we don't go out every day. So what are you talking about? I know some people who don't like to cook, don't know how to cook, and they blow all their money going out to dinner, lunch. We don't do that. We eat 90% of our meals here in this house. So that's how to save money, is not going out. Even if vegan, non-vegan, if you want to go through your money, burn through it really quickly, have all your meals out, or the majority, over 50% of your meals out. Nuts and seeds, yeah, I mean, I eat them, but I don't eat them to get a bunch of calories. I know a thing of Carmen nuts is kind of pricey. Unfortunately, they sent them to us more often than not. But even then, what I'm saying is, I don't have a big meal of nuts. You know what I'm saying? I just grab a few and eat a few nuts and be happy. I'll get some pumpkin seeds from the market, have a few and be happy. And it'll last me for weeks. I'll buy $6 of nuts, and they keep on going. So anyway, I'm not sure how I'm a hypocrite because I'll have an avocado or a cashew sometimes. I mean, again, what are you eating day in and day out? Where are you getting the most of your calories from? Oh, hey, I saw a few questions I missed here. Whoa, what was that one? Oh, Kale Boy.
I want to transition from my 9 to 5 to being a part-time employee and doing my art full-time. Any advice for making the leap to self-employment?
All right. Okay. I saw also too. Valse Music left a super chat too. So I'll go in reverse order since we just heard the speech to text for Kale Boy here. So you went from a 9 to 5 part-time employee and doing your art full-time. Any advice? Yeah, I mean, I'll just give you things that have worked for me, and then I'll answer Valsa's question there. But yeah, it's not a vegan-related question; it's more lifestyle design, which is something I guess I'm into. But it helps to have some savings. It's not necessary, but it helps you sleep a little bit better at night. It helps you be a little bit have more options. Quit once you have a little nest egg, and I can't say how big that nest egg should be. It's going to vary from person to person, what your lifestyle is like, where you live, what your financial commitments are. Do you have student loans? Do you have children? So there's too many variables. My point is, if you're just living hand to mouth, that's going to be tough. So try to have some kind of financial security so you just can weather a few storms. Let's see. And also, too, if you can have multiple streams of income. So if you're working on your art full time, how are there different ways to monetize your art? Like, say, for us, like music's another stream of income here, and many streams. So not only do we sell physical CDs, more music comes from non-physical CDs, like streaming music, digital sales, licensing deals, and things like that. So that's my biggest tips here. Try to find as many ways to have little streams of income coming in, or big streams if you are fortunate enough to have that, and and have some kind of financial security of some kind of nest egg tucked away. Let me know if that helps you out there, Kale Boy. And Valse Music, do I ever focus on pseudo grains like buckwheat, amaranth, teff, quinoa, stuff like that? Not too often, not because we don't like them. I guess we're just so happy with regular grains. I've had pretty much all those that you listed there. I would say maybe quinoa is my favorite of the bunch there. But yeah, I never really focus on them, but I'm not afraid to have them or anything like that. I guess they just haven't become regular staples in our life here. And I think that Amazing Grace person would be happy because that stuff's usually more expensive, right? And she's accusing me of being is accusing me of being some kind of hypocrite because I'll have some nuts and seeds along with my peasant food. And again, I don't gorge on nuts and seeds. I'll have maybe 5 cashews or something like that. There's maybe 100 in the jar. So anyway, Let's see, Pasta Pill. The government is pushing this agenda. Please show me, Pasta Pill, that the government agenda to push people vegan. Last time I checked, there's no official statement from the United States government, from Joe Biden, from the USDA, anything like that, saying, people, please go vegan. So please tell me where you even get this weird conspiracy theory that our government, and our government is not made up of vegans or anything like that. So how is this vegan agenda being perpetrated by the United States government? And please show me the evidence that the United States government wants all 200 million of us, whatever, to be vegans. Please show me that. I would love to see the evidence that the United States government is actively working. And here's the evidence to the contrary. Why, if that were so, please explain to me why the United States government spends so much money subsidizing the meat and dairy industries to make their products cheaper than they would be in the free market, so that people will buy more of their products. Why does the United States government waste my tax money on that and on programs like the Dairy Board, the Cheese Board, to spend our money on advertising animal products so as to drive up demand and therefore consumption of these products? So please tell me how our government could be both pursuing this sinister vegan diet agenda while simultaneously spending billions of our dollars to increase consumption of non-vegan products. I'll be waiting for your answer here. That's interesting, Sean. I'll try to see if I can. The record player looks like teeth. Oh, there's little grooves on them. Anyway, yeah, I'm with you, Graven Babies. We watch commercials all the time too, and I'm just like, people say vegans are always trying to push their diet on people. Like, no, I'm watching these commercials in my home, a vegan home, and images come on of like people at these horrible restaurants and barbecues, all this stupid crap for some stupid commercial trying to get more people to eat this crap. So, anyway, I agree with you, Graven Babies. Jay, can you show me any study that shows that meat and dairy helps you to live longer? And let me know if I can produce a study for you right now that shows that vegans live longer than their counterparts who don't eat meat and dairy. Will you donate $10 to the Superfund chat right now? Let me know. I'll do that, Jay. If I can show you a study that shows you like cohorts, people with similar lifestyles, same religion, same background, same community, and they measured vegans, vegetarians, and meat eaters on a bunch of measures, like say heart disease, all-cause mortality. Want me to show you that? If so, will you donate $10? I'll show you the study. If you agree that this study exists, you'll donate $10 to our super chat here, because I'll put it up for you here. The Venice Health study. I'll show it to you. That vegans, the people that eat no meat, live longer than those who don't. So let me know. I'll show it to you, but you got to pay me because you're wrong. And if you could show me a study, I know you can't put the link in the discussion, but you could paste the title in, and I'll pull it up. If you could find a study that shows all other variables being controlled, that people who eat meat live longer, because I can show you studies that people who don't eat meat have much better health outcomes when it comes to the leading causes of death. More people will die in this country from heart disease than any other death. Vegan diets reduce your risk of heart disease. Another great killer, diabetes. Vegan diets reduce your risk of dying of diabetes. The most common forms of cancer, vegans have lower rates. So I'd like to see the study that says, despite the vegan diet reducing your risk greatly for the leading causes of death, somehow mysteriously vegans die sooner. So if you have a study, please paste the title, and I will look it up. And likewise, is his name Jay? If I produce a study that says what I purport to be saying here, that vegans live longer than non-vegans, will you donate $10 to our fund here? Let me know. Oh, so you're backpedaling now, Jay. You're backpedaling. Well, the study I was going to show you, Jay, are from what are known as the Seventh-day Adventists. They're a religious group here in California. they're all over, but they're centered here in California. They eat a very, very healthy diet. In fact, the meat eaters are probably the healthiest meat eaters you will find if studied of any group anywhere in the United States. They don't go to McDonald's. Their religion is very centered and focused upon health and well-being. So they're not going to McDonald's. So you just can't just like wipe that off. Oh, they're eating McDonald's. So I can show you a study of the healthiest meat eaters in California and compare their life, their health outcomes and mortality to their counterparts who are vegan. Would you like me to do that for you? But I know you're just going to just BS. Again, I will do it only if you agree to pay $10 to our super chat fund here. And if so, I will gladly show it to you. Even Kelly knows her. You're not a vegan, and even you know that meat and dairy lead to cancer and disease in the long run. Yeah, I mean, they don't necessarily lead to that. You can eat meat and dairy your whole life and never have these horrible health outcomes. It's all about probability. A lot of people say veganism is null and void because my grandma ate bacon every day of every meal for her life. She lived to 120. Like, oh, that's one person, but that's not how science works. One person doesn't like bust statistical data. Ever have a course in math, more specifically statistics, probability theory? It's about all the chances of something happening. How likely is something to happen or not happen? And eating a whole food plant-based diet greatly reduces your risk, the probability of dying or even getting diseases that lead to the leading causes of death. Hey, Race, what's that? Jay doesn't realize he's an ape. He thinks he's a lion or some other creature that actually needs to eat animals. Hey, Jay, if you really need to eat animals, please explain to me how at age 53, I put in my blood test. I've been putting it up the whole time here on YouTube since 2013. I'm healthy. I'm physically active. I put videos up of me at the gym beating guys half my age at basketball, slam dunking a couple years ago at age 52. I'm 54 now. Please explain why I'm not dead and I have great blood tests, probably better than yours. If you have a video or want to share your blood test, Jay, I would love to see them, but you can look at mine. I'm an open book. I'm not just trying to hide or obscure things. I put them there for all you to see, and sometimes they're not perfect. My LDL cholesterol was a little high, which would baffle guys like Jay that think, how do you get cholesterol as a vegan? It could happen. Anyway, I'm saying I'm fully transparent with everything I do here as far as my health goes. Jay, that is just silly. He's saying, well, if that were true, then all athletes would be pushed to veganism by their coaches. I mean, why? First of all, most coaches aren't aware of the benefits of vegan diet. Secondly, I don't think it's ever been studied or proclaimed that a vegan diet will make you a better athlete. But I've heard many professional athletes, especially ones that are older, like Chris Paul in the NBA, he said verbatim, going vegan is like a cheat code. It did the same things for him that it's been doing for me. It makes recovery way quicker from like workouts and from injuries. And that's why I retired from basketball before I went vegan when I was like 40. It's just too hard. It's 36, I think, 7, I quit. Here I am, 54, beating guys at the gym half my age, playing, lifting weights pretty much every day. So, I wonder why I'm not dead yet. Anyway. So my point is, most coaches aren't vegan and they're set in their ways. They're not going to push vegan diets on their clients. And secondly, you don't have to go vegan to be an awesome athlete. There's nothing essential about that. However, I will say if you are in your mid-30s or after, you're probably going to be a better athlete if you do eat a whole food plant-based diet at that age. In your 20s, it probably doesn't make a difference. I know some vegans might be mad at me for saying that, but I really don't think it makes much of a difference. If you're a vegan or not in your 20s. You'll still recover. Your body's young. I'm talking about your body. I'm not talking about long-term health. I'm not talking about ethics. I'm talking about recovery, ability to train, recover from training, and get back out there. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. But once you're over, like, say, 34, 35, plant-based diet is definitely the way to go. So yeah, why would trainers advise their 26-year-old clients to go vegan? It's probably not going to make much of any difference. It's going to be hard for their client who doesn't want to change their ways and their diet needlessly. And if they're a professional athlete, they got millions of dollars on the line. So there's so much incentive not to ever like make radical changes like that. Yeah, Johnny, yeah, you don't need to be a vegan to be a great athlete. However, if you want to be a great athlete in your 40s and beyond, I think it's almost necessary to either like be vegan or greatly reduce your animal product intake. Like say LeBron James has, as far as I could tell, Tom Brady, as far as I can tell too. It really helps out, as I said, for the reasons I outlined there, as you become an older athlete. Let's see, Matt. Hey, your wife is going to Long Beach for the next 4 days. She is staying in a houseboat by the Queen Mary. Any restaurants I would recommend? Yeah, have her try our pizza place. It's called The Fourth Horseman. Why? Because it's on 4th Street. And the Horseman thing, it has this kind of horror apocalyptic vibe. It's really cool, really unique, and they have they have several good vegan pizzas there. My favorite is the Frailty, but they have several other good ones there too, so I would have her check that out. As far as good vegan restaurants right here in Long Beach, have her go to Seabirds, also on 4th Street. Seabirds, fully vegan restaurant. Seabirds Kitchen, I think the name is. Also, Donna Jean. No, not Donna Jean. I'm sorry. That's in San Diego. I'm sorry. Hungry Angelina. Hungry Angelina. Another fully vegan restaurant made by the vegan restaurant entrepreneur Matthew Kinney. He has restaurants all over like the Venice, LA area, and he opened up a fine restaurant here. So yeah, Hungry Angelina, Fourth Horseman, Seabirds. Fourth Horseman is not fully vegan. Their pizza is amazing though, the vegan pizza. But the other two restaurants I mentioned, 100% vegan. Yeah, Peter, you would probably like that garlic pesto pizza. Yeah, have your wife or get whichever pizza she wants. I avoid the garlic pesto one though. Yeah, Johnny, I've heard about Nate Diaz. So what does he do exactly? He cuts out animal products when he trains for a fight. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm guessing it probably has to do with the recovery, right? Because the amount of training you can do and have your body absorb that and be able to recover and get back out there and train more, you'll do better than if you have to manage your training because of recovery issues. So anyway. Hey, Travis, what do I think of prudhons? I have no idea what that is, Travis. Never heard of prudhons. What is property? Let's see, Sean, you're 38 and still alive as a vegan. Congratulations. And riding freestyle BMX, vegan, 25 plus years. See, that's what these hater guys, like that Jay guy, you can't last long as a vegan. There you are, riding BMX at age 38. You know, vegan, what, 25 years you said? Awesome. Uncle Walt, really? That porn star lady is running for the California governor recall thing? What a fiasco that is. Okay, so Johnny, so Nate Diaz, he says he does eat fish, but eats as a vegan when he trains for a fight. Got it. Wow, Birmingham, Alabama. Good for you, Jennifer. First vegan restaurant. Yes, go there, support them. Please do. That's what we've been doing. You know, when when we didn't have many vegan restaurants, we were always going there and supporting them. You want them to thrive. You want them to survive because sometimes they might not have enough business at first. So go there, take pictures, Instagram it, let everyone know that the food there is awesome. Assuming it is, yeah. So awesome. Yeah, Vols music. There you go. You can run further. Yeah, recovery. That's what I'm talking about. The more you can train, the better you'll be. Whether your training is resistance training, whether it's running, cardiovascular stuff, the more training, the more time you can put in, and the quicker you can recover to go back and train some more. If you're an athlete, this is like the cycle you go through. The better you'll become. Chris, I didn't see what your message was there. I just saw my bot timed it out or something like that. So it said you used foul language. I don't know if you did or not. I'm just saying Chris, whatever your name is there, does AC and things. I think I remember you from before. You usually post my message. So whatever you said, say it again. And if you had something weird, that tripped up the bot, hopefully it won't do it this time. He didn't use file. Okay, it happens sometimes, Race. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. The bot is not perfect. AI and whatever is not a perfect thing yet. I get you, Vols Music. I don't know if training's the right word, but yeah, I know what you're saying there for sure. Okay, Matt, she heard my recommendations. Awesome. Let me think what else if I have anything good for her. Actually, this is not in the greatest neighborhood, okay? So if she wants to take a little drive, it's not a bad neighborhood or anything. That's kind of a funky neighborhood. Is a new sushi place here I think it's called Vegan Castle. It's just like one guy, one sushi chef. He does everything. You have to order on the phone. It sometimes takes an hour or two for it to be ready, but they make really good sushi at a pretty affordable price. So she might want to check them out too. I think it's Vegan Castle. It just opened up like July 4th. Brand new. Race Lever, are you doing the foul language again there, bro? What is that, Uncle Walt? You need more exercise and less food. Hey, if you have more exercise, you can eat the same amount of food, because exercise, if you're having too many calories right now, burning some calories through exercise will probably balance it all out. Yeah, I'm with you, Julie. I kind of feel the same way too. Let's see, Jordan. Let's see. You're a martial arts coach. I didn't realize that. And your endurance went through the roof when you went vegan. You need less sleep and have way more energy. Yeah, tell that to the haters, huh? Oh, that's sorry to hear, Vols Music. You lost an Indian food restaurant there. It made amazing... Oh, it was a vegan bowl factory. Huh, cool. Interesting. Sean, favorite what? Holodeck program. We're talking Star Wars. I'm thinking of Star Wars Generations, the holodeck program where they're on a I don't know, like a 17th century frigate boat thing, like Columbus type boat, maybe that's it. I've kind of trouble thinking of any other ones in that right now. Oh yeah, Hip P in Long Beach. Thank you, Fallon Marie. It's literally a hole in the wall. The place is tiny. It's like maybe like 40 square feet or 100 square feet. It's really, really tiny. They make amazing falafel pita things. So yeah, they're also on 4th Street as well. It's one of our hip streets here in Long Beach. It's a long street. They're all in different neighborhoods. But yeah, check out the Hip P. It's right by a place called the Art Theater. So yes, thanks, Fallon Marie. And everything they make there is vegan. They're kind of one of those accidental vegan restaurants, but they're full. All this stuff, as far as I know, still is fully vegan. I haven't been there in quite a while, but yeah, they're delicious. I need to go there again. Just the parking sucks there. That's why I don't go to. If you're watching Hip P, it's because the parking's really tough there. Nadia, I don't really know New York all that well, so no, I have no recommendations. I've only been there a handful of times and only once since I was vegan, so I don't know any pizza places there. If anyone has any recommendations for Nadia, please share. But yeah, I'm Long Beach in Southern California. That's my place here. My place, meaning that's where I go and do my thing. Wow, I forgot that one, Vol. So I have to see that not season, but that series of Star Trek, the one with Captain Picard. We love Captain Picard. Well, that sounds good, Vegan Metalhead. I like places that aren't vegan but have a separate vegan kitchen. I appreciate that. Yeah, not most restaurants don't do that, but the ones I know that have that, I remember that because that's I like that. Oh, yeah, I heard about that, Peter. Yeah, a Michelin restaurant in New York that's vegan. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go to was it 1 or 2 star Michelin restaurant. It's not around anymore. It was in Northern California. And they made a complete vegan course just for us. We let them know like weeks ahead of time we were coming up, and they made a vegan option that night, and it was great. Actually, it was before we went vegan though. But I was knocking on the door of vegan. I think they knew we were at least vegetarian. I can't remember now. I guess maybe we told me they made a vegetarian course for us. I can't remember anymore. Damn. Anyway, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Thank you. The menu's $350. Well, if that's everything, if that includes like a wine flight as well, that's actually not bad for a Michelin restaurant. I think we didn't get the wine, but the food itself is like well over $100. This is a long time ago. This is like 2010, a little bit before we started our channel. That was the only time. This is my one and only experience going to a Michelin star restaurant. You know, I may never go to one again, but it was cool. You're right, Vols Music. Indian restaurants are kind of a blessing and a curse. Blessing that, you know, they understand the concept of vegetarianism. It's built into their culture. However, they're so like infatuated with the cheese and ghee. You just have to be really on top of things to make sure that, you know, they know no dairy, no ghee with you. The menu's $350. That's literally what he said, huh, Race Lover? Yeah. Now, I think the menu includes the food, too. You can maybe take the menu home with you for that kind of money. Well, that's great, Metalhead. 2 restaurants in Zanesville, Ohio, labeled vegan. That's pretty good. I mean, it's better than a lot of areas in some parts of Southern California, to be honest with you. SH, sorry when I first decided to go vegan. Yeah, it was, I didn't go vegan that day, but when I really realized, veganism might be in my future, it was on in a trip to San Francisco, not the one where we went to the Michelin restaurant. But anyway, we spent about 5 odd days in the city, staying in a friend's house that we rented out. And all the food we bought was totally vegan. There were restaurants that were going by that had vegan options. So I said, I'll eat the vegan stuff. And we went to the next restaurant. I'll just eat the vegan stuff. Oh, let's go to this vegan restaurant. So I spent the whole week eating vegan. And I realized how great I felt. I never ate like fully vegan for like 5 days before. But on top of that, just knowing that animals didn't have to die in order for me to live. I've said this before, but that was really the profound insight that hit me like a ton of bricks. Just, wow, animals didn't need to die for me to live this week. And then I started thinking, like, why would I want animals to die in order for me to live? I'm not like special. I'm an animal just like they are. They don't want to die for me. So it took me a few years to fully get 100% vegan, but that was it. Realizing that it's completely unnecessary to eat animals, and it's beyond unnecessary. It's intentionally harmful. Whether you're thinking about it or not, animals are being killed in order for you to live. So yeah, no cruelty to animals. That's why I went vegan. Then I started learning about, it's great for the environment. It's great for your health, as I kind of figured, because I was feeling so good. That's why I went vegan, though. Wow, Naughty, you went vegan overnight after talking to someone in a Google Hangout? Wow, that's cool. I can be your spirit animal, Sean, if you would like me to. No problem. Yeah, that's a good t-shirt motto there, Uncle Walt. Try a plant-based diet. You might like it. It's not like, no, you will like it. Star Trek's anti-vegan. I remember a speech from Commander Riker talking about how they no longer, they learned from their barbaric past how it's needlessly cruel to harm animals, and they've evolved to this higher level to eat only food that comes from like plants or the food synthesizer machine, the food replicator. I thought Star Trek's one of the more like vegan, like themed messages out there in TV. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you guys remember that speech from Riker, right, where he said that they've evolved on? I've seen Mr. Spock go on about how they eat plants as Vulcans. Cool. I'm glad you like my vegan story there, SH. Yeah, Spock was vegan. There you go. Peter, yeah, I say even talk about Florida and our poor friends in Florida, man. I feel sorry for our friends in Florida. I'm kind of curious how we're doing on a pizza fun tonight. Let me see how we're doing here. I'm starting to feel hungry finally. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're pretty much there. We're pretty darn close to pizza fun for tonight. So if we want to go down that road. I feel sorry for our friends in Florida who are trying to be safe, as I'm talking about, and they're really having honoring human rights. How about the rights of my friends to be able to go out and remain healthy? That's it. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about my friend. I'm not talking about people's rights in general. I'm talking about my friends being able to maintain their health. We have our friend Johnny here in Florida in the live stream whose niece and wife got ill in Florida from what's happening there. So that's what I'm saying. I feel sorry. I'm not making a political statement. It's an objective fact that they have one of the worst COVID situations in the country, if not the world right now. So I feel sorry for them in that respect. There's a lot of death happening right now in Florida, whether you're pro mask or anti-mask, whatever. I'm not trying to make a statement. I'm just trying to say there's a lot of suffering, people losing their family members right now, people being hospitalized right now. And that's why I feel sorry for my friends in Florida. So if you want to turn this into some kind of political thing, I feel sorry for you. Where is your freaking compassion? I'm saying I have compassion for all the people in Florida, whether you're pro-mask, anti-mask, or whatever. I have compassion for the suffering happening in Florida. If you think I'm a bad person for having compassion about suffering, well, then you probably hate Buddhism, because I'm just speaking of a Buddhist principle right there. Yeah, I'm saying people get ill in every state right now, Ray Slayer. I know that for a fact. But if you look at the how many people are dying per capita right now in Florida from COVID-19, it's extremely high, say, compared to where I live. It's pretty safe here. I don't have too much fear when I go out. But I know my friends in Florida are not exactly stoked right now. And I don't know if they're still on right now. We were talking to them earlier before you came on, Ray. So you don't have to get race just because there's other things that kill people. I'm just saying right now a lot of people are dying needlessly. Yeah, we could talk about human rights, about heart disease and other things. I'm talking about one thing right now, and let me talk about that. That's all I'm saying. I think it's perfectly honest and sincere for me to express compassion to seeing how much suffering is happening right now in a certain region of the United States, say compared to here. Yeah, I'm not denying human rights at all, Ray. So I'm not whitewashing that. I'm just talking about one specific thing right now. You're trying to have me look at something else right now. I'm talking right now, a specific thing where people are being hospitalized. In fact, one of my good friends here in California, her sister is on a ventilator right now, needlessly. So yeah, I have this is something that's on my mind and just really hitting close to home right now. So please let's not make this about politics. I'm talking about human suffering right now. I'm a bad person because I have compassion. No, I wasn't talking about you, Lauren. You brought up human rights or something like that. I'm going, great. That's cool. I'm not having a discussion about human rights. I'm talking about people right now who are hospitalized. Like one of my best, it's an old friend. I haven't seen her in years. I'm saying that's what I'm talking about. People I know who are ill, people I know in Florida who are very nervous about going out and living their lives right now. Hey, thanks, Atomic Vegan. Thank you so much. So if you guys want to call me a bad person for having compassion for people, I'll live with that. I'll die on that hill. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm Buddhist. Now, I'm not saying you're saying I'm a bad person. I'm just saying I'm expressing compassion. And I'm just getting I'm getting crap for that. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting crap for expressing compassion for people. So thank you anyway so much, Atomic Vegan. Much appreciated. Much appreciated there. That's funny, Travis. Yeah, I mean, I'm jumping higher now that I got vaccinated, but I don't attribute it to the vaccination or anything like that. Okay, you want me to look up that dude's name again? Tell me his name again. I already forgot it. I guess, yeah, Vegan VD can use this as an example. Look, Ryan forgot someone's name that was mentioned an hour plus ago. He's obviously deteriorating. Hey, Peter. Well, thanks, Peter. I'm not worried about that. I just don't understand why I'm getting resistance for expressing compassion for human suffering. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Rich Numa. I'll copy and paste that right now, so I'll have that. Let's see. Actually, I'll put them in a tab here, so I won't lose them. Let's see. Okay, I've Googled him, so let's see. These aren't good images, but from what I could, he's like a musician. Is he a musician? He doesn't look too much like me. Let me click this here. He looks like he could have some Asian background, but anyway, let me get back to the chat here. Whoa, what happened? Okay. I didn't say shame, did I? If I did, apologize. I feel like I'm just getting some flack for expressing compassion at human misery and suffering and death. That's what I'm saying. It just seems kind of a weird thing to like, but you should be thinking about something else. Like, no, this is what I'm thinking about right now. That's what my brain is thinking about. Okay, you didn't think it looked like me either? I'd have to see more. It's just one photograph that's really tiny of an album on SoundCloud, but if he's got a YouTube channel, I'm sure I can get more visual there. But he said he looks like my son, so I guess he doesn't have to look exactly like me. Just saying it looks like my offspring if I were to have had offspring. Whoa, is Lauren mad at me? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Lauren, you guys tell me what I do wrong here. I'm not sure. God, I didn't mean to trigger someone. I just said I feel sorry for my friends in Florida right now. I really do. I mean, they're bummed right now. I don't know too many people in Florida that are stoked right now. What if he was my son? That would be odd. That would be news to me, Travis. I don't know. I'll submit a paternity test, I guess. Who's to blame, DJ? I don't know. I mean, you could blame animal agriculture. If the world were vegan, we probably wouldn't have this virus. Considering other past coronaviruses came from animals. So that's a good start, I guess. Oh, cool. I look like your boyfriend, Zoe. Same kind of background. White, Asian, and Native. Yep, that's me. Yeah, my Native American's way lower than the white and Asian parts. But yeah, that's what I got in me. So yeah, I guess if you throw all those combined, yeah, you get something like this. What's going on in Florida? I'm just talking about all the people who are hospitalized, sick, and dying right now. Like our viewer here, Johnny, his fortunately no one died, but his wife and niece were ill. And we have friends that live there who are just kind of like, they're nervous right now. It's just kind of scary to go out. I heard Joe Rogan, that's where he got COVID, when he was on a comedy club tour, and he was in Florida when he found out. So anyway, I'm not trying to make a political statement or anything like that. I'm just reporting what I've learned. Who looks similar to me? Produce Not Pills. I don't think too many people look similar to me, but kind of that same kind of vibe. I think Keanu Reeves would be a close one. He's kind of like that mix of white and Asian like I am. And also, too, if you get down to it, I think Brad Pitt looks a lot like me. Don't I look like Brad Pitt, guys? What do you think, huh? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't see too many people that look like me, to be honest with you. Keanu Reeves would probably be the closest, especially when we both have our shoulder length, that John Wick haircut style. Thanks, Travis. Yeah, I'm not doing it right, huh? You're totally right there. I agree 100%. Vegano Reeves. That's a good one, Race. I'll take that. He seems like a really cool guy, too. The little bits I've read about him. He just doesn't like famousness, stardom, that kind of thing. You're thinking Brad Pitt too, exactly, huh? Thoughts on preserving animals for specimens? What do you mean by that? Like biologists or stuff like that? I mean, if they're trapping and killing a living animal, I'm not into that. Obviously, as a vegan, I guess if they found one dead and put it in formaldehyde or whatever, I guess that's all right. As long as they're not harming a living animal, I don't have much problem with that. I don't look like Brad Pitt. Oh, darn. Well, actually, sometimes we have like the same hair kind of length again, like Keanu Reeves. But yeah, I don't look anything like Brad Pitt as far as like anything other than hair length. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, gives money to charity. Seems like a cool dude. I could hang with Keanu Reeves. I look like your father. Really? Is your father like a weird mix of like Asian and white and stuff? Vegan metalhead? That's interesting. You're right on that, Race. Marty, I don't know. You say that test is faulty. It's still, it doesn't explain what I was expressing my sadness about in, southern states and Florida in particular. Favorite guitarist? Wow. I've said it before. I guess depends on when you ask me. It could be like David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. It could be John Mayer sometimes. It could be Robin Guthrie, the Cocteau Twins, who has a totally different style than what I mentioned there. Sometimes I'll watch Jimi Hendrix and say, yeah, he's the best guitarist I've ever seen. It depends. I respect, all sorts of guitar greatness. Hey, Johnny, I was asking you earlier, just step out. How are your wife and your nephew doing? Yeah, I remember you said 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, or was it 3? You guys, they were not you, but they were they tested positive for COVID and were ill. So let me know if you guys are fully, and you guys are in Florida too. So let me know how you guys are doing, Johnny. Sony, why do people on keto seem to say carbs are bad for you? Not cards, but carbs are bad for you. And fat is good, because that's what they're doing. What else are they going to say? It's like fruitarians. Why do fruitarians say, or raw vegans say, cooked food is bad for you and uncooked food is good for you? Why? Because that's what they're doing. It's some kind of self-confirmation bias. So that's why they say it, or else what are they going to say? Like, oh, what we're doing is cool, but it's not that good for you? Okay. All right, good, Johnny. I'm glad you and your wife and nephew are doing fine now. Both recovered just fine. Good to hear that, Johnny. Awesome. Glad to hear. Robin Trower. I know who he is. I don't know too much about him. I know he's a really good guitarist, but I really can't name a song or play or hum a guitar lick of Robin. But from what I remember, good guitar player. Wow, I never heard about that vegan metalhead. Huh. Huh. Wow, this is maybe ring an odd bell. Maybe that's 10 years ago. I forgot that. Huh. Ooh, little burp there from all my water. Dark side of the rainbow to us? What's that exactly? Is Adrian Vandenberg. Wow, that's an old school name. Yeah, didn't he end up with Whitesnake? I remember their solo album came out in the 80s. Yeah, that's how old I am. I never bought it though or anything. Spencer Seam from Hella. Never heard of either of their Valse music. What do you think there, Peter? People think keto diet is good for you because if you put yourself in a keto state, you can lose weight, but not in a good way. Yeah, you lose a lot of water weight quickly, but not like you're not losing fat necessarily. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty much any medical doctor would tell you any kind of really rapid weight loss that's not water weight is not particularly the healthiest for you. Oh, okay, Metalhead, awesome. Yeah, do send me a link about that. I can't pronounce your name there. Tism. Should you avoid oils at all costs? How bad are oils Really? Okay, I think you just sent me that link there, Metalhead. Oh, that's you. Okay, I put it all together now. That's you. Okay, anyway, um, I just don't like oils being an athlete. I just feel like I feel more sluggish and just lazy, and I just don't feel as good with oils. That said, I don't think they're going to kill you. As far as I know, they don't cause any diseases, despite what some raw gurus and fruitarian people say. I don't. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about oils, to be honest with you. That said, a diet high in oils does have some issues you want to really think about. Like, an oil is a concentrate devoid of fat and protein, of carbs and protein. It's just distilled fat, basically. And fat, as you might know, is a bit more calorically dense than carbs or protein. So we're going to talk about macronutrients, about twice as much density, twice as dense. So you can pack in a lot more calories without thinking about it by putting a lot of oil on your food. So if you're trying to lose weight, I would highly recommend avoid oils big time. Yes, if that is a problem, if you're obese or overweight and trying to lose weight, oils are not going to be your friend. If you're, relatively healthy and in good weight, I don't think you have to do anything special with oils. If you like them, cool. But if you see yourself gaining weight and you notice yourself putting a ton of oil on your food, that's the only thing I could think about right now is just weight loss or weight gain issues. But I don't think there's anything inherently bad, going to kill you about oils, other than if you get overweight. And there is a possibility, though. I will say this, that too much fat in the diet, like oils and a lot of fat, can potentially cause diabetes. I'm not sure if there's any studies that show a connection between olive oil and diabetes. I'm not aware of that, but that's just something to look into, to talk to a medical doctor about that. So I love Anthony Fauci. I loved Brad Pitt playing Anthony Fauci. I thought that was awesome on SNL last year. Marvid, 59 years old, overweight and diabetic. You want to change to a vegetarian or just go vegan. Get rid of the dairy products. And what can you eat for meals 3 times a day? Hey, it's not that hard. You just need to make, a change in life. And change at first is weird because it's it's like going to another city or another country. What do you do at first? And once you've been there for a while, been at a new city or a new diet, eating without, what you're used to eating, you get used to it after a while. For me, it's just a no-brainer. I don't have to do anything special or weird. Everything's in place. We know what to eat. I would recommend, not to toot our own horn, but getting a copy of the physical or ebook of the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. These are not gourmet meals designed to impress your friends at a party. These are just foods you can eat any time of the day. If you're Canadian, here's a Hoppin' John recipe. Here's a polenta recipe, green chili with grits. Here's an oil-free stir-fry if you don't want to have oils in your food. If you want to put some on it, go for it. If you want to have some splits pea soup, totally awesome here. A 3-bean veggie chili, a Tuscan kale pilaf. I mean, you see, these are just simple whole foods. Most of them are pretty easy to make, and I'll put a link to our store here. It's shop.happyhealthyvegan.org, and here it is. Bam. I highly recommend figuring out what you're going to eat because that's the most important thing at first. What the hell are you going to eat? So I'll just show you really quickly what we got here. We have the physical book of the book I just showed you, and the ebook version right here as well. So take your pick. Ebook, instant download. You can have it within seconds. The physical book, we'll sign it for you too. So yeah. Just want to get some go-to meals down, ones that you can have all the time. I have pretty much the same breakfast every day. When our dinners, we kind of go between the same 5 to 10 meals regularly. I'm saying, eating vegan should just be you shouldn't have to think about it. Just be regular go-to, just like your life probably is right now. Yeah, Uncle Walt's got both the books too. An air fryer can be really healthy and helpful as well for making some of these foods. You don't need that, but yeah, we have some air fryer recipes in here too. If you have that, some tweaks, if you have an air fryer. K, I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. Let's see. Omega-3 to 6 ratios. Well, there's two ways to look at it. One is to try to decrease foods that are high in omega-6s to get your ratio of 3s closer. And if you need some more omega-3s, you can always take a supplement. You can just take an algae supplement. You can have ground flax seeds. It's not a big problem. It's not that hard to get omega-3 fatty acids. In fact, when my Clean Machine green protein that I showed you guys here, where'd it go? This has let's see, what is it again? Darn, I know it's got ALA, omega-3 fatty acids in the form of ALA. I forgot what it came from exactly, but yeah, check this out too. This is like my post-workout supplement, my protein, that kind of thing. But it's got omega-3 fatty acids. So I'm getting omega-3 fatty acids from a variety of sources throughout the day. Okay, the name of the book is the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. Oh, that's the Clean Machine green protein there. Let's see. Our latest book is the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. We have an earlier one that's only an ebook right now. Keep it carb baby. You can get both of them. That one's half price right now, by the way, if you want to just save some money. But yeah, I think the best recipes are in the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook here. So that's it. That's our latest, greatest book. Angie just released it last November. Spent like 3.5 years producing the book. This is all put out by us too. We did everything. Angie did everything. I mean, everything. The photography, all the recipes, all the layout, design, the printing we did locally too from our friend at the Vegan Printer here in Southern California. So this is a really do-it-yourself project. We're not like backed by like a major book publisher or anything like that. This is a labor of love that we crafted ourselves. Oh, thanks, AJ. Yeah, I forgot. It should be down in the links beneath the video here. Just click the show more of the show description, and we have a link to our web store, shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. You can get the ebook, the print book, and we'll autograph your print books for you too, Angie and me. Or if you just want Angie, the author, to do it, that's good too. But if you want to get me, because you guys watch the live streams, whatever, I'll be happy to do it as well. Are almonds and walnuts poisonous? Where did you hear that, Marvid? Who told you that almonds and walnuts are poisonous? I mean, I wouldn't want to eat a diet based on like nuts and seeds or anything like that. But yeah, in the quantities that we consume them at, I've seen no medical doctor say, I don't have like a few walnuts or a few almonds or anything like that. We love walnuts. Yeah, true, Uncle Walt. Yeah, don't overdo anything. Yeah, like someone earlier assumed I was eating all these expensive nuts and seeds. Like, no, I have a few. I don't like have a whole dinner of nuts and seeds or anything like that. That's crazy. Like, who does that? Well, rice isn't really a weight gain food. I guess, I mean, it's easy to go down the stomach, it goes down really easy, but it's no more calorically dense than any other like carbohydrate rich food like potatoes or anything like that. Yeah, true, Uncle Walt. Yeah, I wouldn't want any apple seeds getting in my smoothies, but I don't put apples in my smoothies. Um, Play it cool, Ryan? I do usually play it cool, Sean. I'm a cool cat. So let's see where we're at here. 2 hours, guys. I can't believe I've been on 2 hours. Let me see if Angie said she was gonna bring me some food. Let me send her a little text right now, see if she's still gonna do that, because I'm starting to get hungry. Okay, let me just text her really quick here. Are you still making the food? Let me just ask her that. I was trying to autocorrect the bonds. Are you still making me the stuff? Let's see what she says. Yeah, she said earlier she was going to bring it to me, but maybe she got like caught up in something else. I was going to ask you too, guys. I tried something different with my camera today, so let me know how this looks. By the way, you know, I use my... Oh, I don't have the box. Let's see. Oh, she thought I had the box? No. Yikes. But anyway, yeah, let me know how the frame looks right now, the image quality. I changed a setting, so I also thought it looked maybe too, like, the color was like a little too saturated. Let me know. I'm using my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. So let me know how this looks out, guys. Yeah, this is my live stream camera. It's the camera I make my videos with. So let me know how it's if you want to know, it's the Micro Four Thirds one, the 4K camera. I love this thing. I've been using this now for maybe 2 years. So let me know how my image looks, if it looks better, if it looks, yeah, I think it might look a little clearer than I was using before. I think it was maybe too heavily color graded before. So let me know if you noticed it without me saying anything, and if so, now if you like this image better than how it's been for like the past year and a half or so. It looks the same way to you. You can't tell. Image fine. I was seeing if it looks any better or worse or anything like that. I thought it might look a little more real and crisp than I had it before. Maybe it was a little too like a movie, like heavily color graded or something like that. So anyway. So what else are you guys asking here? So let's see. What did Angie say about the food? Let's see. Okay, she's going to drop it off to me, at least the box. I thought she was going to make it for me, the food. So I guess we had a miscommunication here. I thought she said she was going to make it to me. I'm going, I'm about done. I've been on like 2 hours. Do you think Marines would survive as vegans? I don't know. I've never been in the military, so I have no experience. I'd be just talking out of my butt there how that would work out. I mean, yeah, they could survive. Will they be provided just plants? I have no idea how that works out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just show them what they sent us.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you're gonna. I thought you were gonna make some for me or not.
No, just show them. I just thought the package was so cute.
Oh, okay, cool. Have you guys not sponsored, by the way, not sponsored at all, but the company Bonza? Have you guys heard of Bonza? They reached out to us to check out some of their chickpea or garbanzo-based pastas here. So there's like this cool box they sent, and we still have to make it yet. But yeah, what do we got here? Elbows made from chickpeas. Ooh, the light was crazy there. Let's see. Again, not sponsored, just checking this stuff out because we like food here. We like plants, you know, the grains. Let's see, what is this here? Rice made from chickpeas. Wow, so it's not only pasta. And what do they have there? Like a mac and cheese as well.
Yeah, I'll make you that.
You're gonna make me the mac and cheese?
Why not?
Tonight?
Yeah, I'll make it.
All right, cool. Let me give
I'll
that
get
to you.
some, too.
Angie's gonna make me this right now, guys.
I started the water boiling.
We started the water boiling. Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this is. It's like Italian cavatappi. Am I pronouncing this right, guys? Cavatappi made from chickpeas. Anyway, thanks, Bob. So we're gonna check it out. It's all falling out here,
It
but
looks like their big deal is that they're bragging about how much protein.
yeah, because it's
14 grams of protein.
yeah, it's instead of being made out
6 grams
of
of
wheat, which is not the most protein-packed plant in the world. Yeah, garbanzo beans. Any legume is gonna
That's
like
a lot more fiber.
whoop it on protein. So cool.
Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. Wish me luck.
All right, cool. Angie's gonna make this, so I guess I'll stick
Shells
around.
and vegan cheddar. I think this was the new product they wanted us to check out.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're on.
Cool. So I'll be on a little bit longer, guys, because Angie's going to make me some of this Bonza stuff here.
The thing is, they just today they offered to send me their new pizza, so I thought I should probably make their mac and cheese.
So you hear that? They offered to send us their new pizza. I didn't even know they made a pizza product.
No,
So
it was news to me today, and I was like, oh my god, I never ate the Bonza. So I figured I should at least make the mac and cheese today before I say yes, send me pizza.
yeah, I've seen their stuff in like Whole Foods and stuff like that too. So I guess they're getting distributed. They're getting around. I remember we saw them like didn't they go on like Shark Tank? I thought I saw them on Shark Tank a long time ago.
Some kind of startup show.
There are some kind of startup shows.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, all
Cool.
So I'll go make this. Sorry, I flaked. I got busy working on the.
Yeah, I figured you got working on your project. She's still writing that punk rock anthology book thing.
Never ending.
But cool, awesome. We're gonna have I'll stay on a little bit longer because Angie's gonna make me the mac and cheese there. So cool. Jennifer, you love the Bonza products. I thought I tried it out like a couple years ago. I think I just had their basic pasta thing, like, you know, from a long time ago. So I've never had this mac and cheese. So we're gonna check out the Bonza mac and cheese in a second. So cool. Yeah, not sponsored, just checking some food out. We get sent stuff quite often. You'd be surprised how much stuff comes our way, and even more stuff that people want to send us that we don't let them send to us. Yeah, we're going after hours now. Yeah, we're past 2 hours now. Good thing I have the computer plugged into a power source, or else we'd be done about now. I remember it ran out on one of the live streams when I didn't have it plugged in. So I learned my lesson. I lost my water though. I learned my lesson to always plug it into a power source now. What's that, Peter? In Australia, they have vegan craft dinner, like the Kraft brand that's made vegan. Why in Australia? Can't they put it out here too? Like, what's the deal with that? Tism, water. Yeah, we have a water filters thing here. Alkaline waters, I think, even though this water is at least was when we bought it. I haven't changed the filter. It's supposed to be more alkaline than not. A little jerky, thanks. It seems to help people who are eating meat diets because they are eating more foods that will make their blood more alkaline. So it might be helpful if you're not plant-based. But yeah, if you're vegan, plant-based, it probably doesn't really do much of any good. But yeah, if you're eating a high meat diet, which hopefully you're not, yeah, it might be helpful. Anyway, yeah, I think reverse osmosis is worth it. Got a little bit more vegan jerky left over. Again, not sponsored. This is another. We did a video on this a couple of weeks ago. We just tried. I think this is my vlog last week. Where we tried some vegan jerky out, some mushroom based one. Just getting a little hungry right now. Yeah, AJ, have you noticed that too? That often like places will try out a vegan test out in a smaller market, not in the United States. Like, I guess it's too big here to test. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, Zoe. Kraft should definitely bring their dinner to North America. What are they waiting for? They don't want to make money? Jason, what are my favorite flavors of the Karma nuts? You know, I like them all. I mean, there's some that are maybe a little sweet that I don't like. I can see my jerky there. I like all the ones that have like a savory, like a lemon or a peppery kind of spice to them. I like all the Karma nuts. Seriously, they're just high quality nuts. I don't know what we're doing for dinner, Uncle. Well, I'm not sure. I guess we can still have pizza tonight, even though we had it last Sunday. Yeah, we'll figure it out. They're open till like 10 or 11, so we're cool. Even if it was sponsored, who cares? Get your money. Well, we're not getting any money, Kay. I just want people to know. A lot of people think, oh, if a product's coming up, it's product placement. We're getting paid. No, we're not getting paid anything. I didn't get paid anything from the jerky company, from Bonza, nothing. I'll let you know. Like for, like, say, Clean Machine, I have an affiliate link with them. In addition to me being friends with them, I fully support them that way. But they have an affiliate link with them, so whenever anyone uses my code, which I want you to use because the stuff's kind of pricey, so if you use my link, you save money, and I get a commission for referral. So I'm totally transparent, and I got that. But yeah, with Bonza, nothing. We're just checking it out because we can be bothered. You know, we try out vegan food. We go to restaurants all the time. They don't pay us. You know, we just go and spend our money and do it. This time it's sent to us for free. That's the thing. It was free. If you want to consider that selling now, it's not like a profit or anything like that. Oh, DJ 2012, thinking of trying a Bar Kindred here in San Diego. Was it pricey? I would say it's pricier than like maybe an average vegan restaurant, but it's not outrageously pricey. It's a quality restaurant. The food is high quality. The decor. It's a really good restaurant in San Diego, and is it in South Park, right? Not North Park. Anyway, it's really good. So I would say it's worth it. You know, especially if you get a drink. Go out for a special occasion, but you wouldn't want to make it the kind of place you go to on a regular basis unless you're super, wealthy like Joe Rogan, who's sponsored by Butcher Box and all that stuff. But yeah, it's maybe, like, I'm guessing here, I haven't been there in a couple years. I was meaning to go there this summer. I didn't make it. I would say maybe an entree dish there is maybe 12, $13, something like that, which is reasonable. I could be off by a few bucks, but yeah, definitely check it out. So it's a cool restaurant. It's got a cool Dungeons and Dragons, devilish kind of horror vibe. Kind of a little bit like Fourth Horseman here in Long Beach. A little more, I guess theirs is more a little classy, and ours is a little more like horror. Anyway, you got to check it out. What do I think about Joe Rogan? I think he's a wimp and a hypocrite, and he doesn't know much when it comes to talking about vegan diets and nutrition. Probably knows a lot about like fighting and that kind of thing, but yeah. Oh, I got shirts, guys. Thanks for asking. Who's it? Tie-Dye Queen. Yeah, we got shirts in now, guys. We've been out for so long. Thanks for reminding me. I just got our store stocked up. You guys know there's been like some kind of global t-shirt shortage. We've been unable to get our shirts for a long time. So, yeah, we got these in. They used to have the white ink, and they went back to the black ink. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not, but we got these tie-dyes back in. I think we're out of smalls. I forgot to order those. And we have more of the short sleeve black shirts as well. Both of these shirts are unisex, meaning, they're male, female, either sex can wear them. So let me put a link to that down in the show notes here. But yeah, our t-shirts are back in stock. I can't believe it took me 2 hours to remember to say that, but yeah, we've been out really we've had next to no t-shirts for like the past month and a half. It sucked, but we're cool now. Peter, one day I will make that shirt, man. I've just been having lots of trouble lately. Oh, we have a troll here. Carnivore Logic. Hey, if you think you're debunking veganism, throw it at us now. Let's see what you got to say. I'm not seeing your comments here. Yeah, just if you think you're able to debunk veganism, have at it. Impress me. Make me just abandon veganism and find something new to do, something else to do. So please debunk veganism. I saw you bag on Dr. Greger. I don't even think he's a vegan, is he? He always recommends that people eat plants. I never heard him say go vegan, do it for the animals. He recommends plant-based diets. So we don't need Dr. Greger to be vegan. He's not promoting veganism, ethical veganism, or anything like that. So why, Dr. Greger, God forbid, if he were removed from the planet and never existed, veganism would be fine. There's nothing, we don't need Dr. Greger to be vegan. I'm not bagging on him. I'm just saying he's not like essential vegan or something like that. Let's see. $8 for a 10-piece tempeh sushi roll. Depends how good it is, but that sounds kind of like what it costs. So anyway, where is our carnivore logic friend? I want to see him debunk veganism. Well, I told you, Dr. Greger, he's not you don't need him to be vegan. Most vegans have never heard of Dr. Greger, to be honest with you. Where'd our carnivore friend go? Non-binary shirts. Yeah, you can call him that too. Yeah, this is one too. Unisex, non-binary. Okay. Okay, a desterilization agenda on humanity. Okay, there's so much going on there. First of all, what evidence do you have? Not from conspiracy theories on Facebook and YouTube, but any kind of peer-reviewed studies that show that vegan diets cause people to be sterile. Then that's not veganism. That's just a vegan diet. But show me how does having a moral stance against cruelty to animals, exploiting animals, cause someone's sexual organs to not be fertile anymore, or their reproductive, whatever? where's the evidence? If you can't link to a study, you could at least type the name in, paste the study name, and I'll look it up, because you're not allowed to put links in here unless you're a moderator. So please show me your study that shows that vegan diets or vegans are sterile. I would love to see that, because I know so many vegans that have children. So please show us that. If you can't, you have to leave, because you're just making crap up. You're just spouting nonsense conspiracy theory crap here. So please, if you have evidence to support your claim here that vegans are sterile, that we're somehow incapable of producing children, I would love to see it. So we will wait. And until then, we will I have to time them out if he just keeps throwing nonsense out. Do I hear Angie? Oh, okay. You're talking to the cat. Okay. Okay, so he wants me to watch some guy on YouTube. No, I want a study. No, some guy on YouTube is not evidence. We're talking about peer-reviewed evidence. If it were known that plant-based or vegan diets cause sterility, makes us sterile, we need to have, again, I've said this before, extraordinary claims, which this is, demand extraordinary evidence. And watching some guy on YouTube is not extraordinary evidence. Just some guy spouting this nonsense. Just because someone said it in a video doesn't make it true. I could say if you're a carnivore, your IQ drops 35 points. I could say that, and someone will say, well, look, watch Ryan's video. He says if you're carnivore, you're a carnivore, your diet drops 35 points. It's true. He said it in a video. No, just because you have a friend that said this or whatever doesn't make it true. Again, show me any study, any credible science, or even non-credible science. Show me some crap science rather than a blogger guy on YouTube that probably failed high school science. Show me any science that proves or suggests, even just suggests, that vegans are sterile. Love to see it. Until then, we're going to have to time you out. But I'll give you one more shot to carnivore logic to produce any evidence to support your outrageous claim. If you can't, we will kindly kick your ass out of here. Anime rapper. If they do that, then they're not vegan. I mean, some people just do plant-based diets for whatever reason. It makes them perform better, but they don't see the ethical situation involved with harming animals, exploiting animals, so they're not vegan. Yeah, it sucks, but as long as they don't call themselves vegan, because they're not, there's something else, flexitarian or something like that. So anyway, we're still waiting for our friend to show us any science, credible or otherwise, that vegans are sterile. Yeah, DJ121, according to the carnivore logic person, vegan men don't need condoms, right? Vegan men's wearing condoms is just a waste of time and money and effort, because we're not going to impregnate anyone, right? Yeah, AJ Vintage, the trolls need to cite scientific evidence to gain admission to the chat if they're going to try to come and debunk veganism. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Carnivore dieters lose 35 points off their IQ within the first week. I'm going to say that. I'm just going to throw this crap on the wall and see if it sticks here. Tie-dye queen, if I had to live on fruit or just vegetables, no, I wouldn't do either. Where's all my grains and legumes and potatoes and stuff like that? No way. I mean, if you had to, I guess it'd be fruit. It'd be really hard to get, like, for me, 3,000 calories a day off eating vegetables. Can you imagine 3,000 calories a day of vegetables? Okay, carnivore logic. Well, this is the last comment I'll let you get away with. Vegans think you can be healthy eating grains. They make you mentally ill. Please show me any science that suggests or proves that eating grains makes a person mentally ill. If you come back and don't produce any study to back up any of these claims, I will ban you, or I'll have one of our many moderators. Race will probably love to kick your ass out of here. So this is your one last chance. Either come back with a study title. Like I said, I know you can't paste a link, but you can paste a study title. So I would love to see the study that shows that eating grains makes you mentally ill. What kind of ill? Does it make you schizophrenic? Does it make you sociopath? Does it make you depressed? Like, just show me some study that suggests what you're saying there. If not, we're going to kick your ass out of here for being a nutty conspiracy theorist wacko. Shaking my head, carnivore logic, lol. Uncle Walt, yeah, I guess see Uncle Walt just timed out our carnivore friend there for 300 seconds. And if you're watching Carnivore Logic, take that as an opportunity. You have 300 seconds to go and find the study that shows either of these things that you said, that vegan diets make people sterile, or eating grains, which non-vegans eat too, right? I mean, it's like, non-vegans eat grains too. The study that says eating grains will make you mentally ill. You can't come back with a study on either of those. We're going to laugh at you for being a complete idiot coming here spouting nonsense. It's going to make us think even worse about people on the carnivore diet. So you want to defend your honor and the honor of all your friends on the carnivore diet. So don't come back empty-handed. You have 200, probably 50 seconds now. Come back, show us the study names, the study titles, and I will look at the science. Please do that. If not, we're going to laugh at you for being a fool, and you're going to embarrass your kind being carnivore people. So you don't want to disappoint all your friends, right? You don't want us to laugh at your people, right? But you're going to cause that to happen, because I doubt you're going to produce any studies that show anything of the like. Yeah, Steve, most people around the world eat grains daily, but that's why there's so much mental illness. Really? Well, show us the study that says that. Johnny, yeah, he's both. He's intentionally lying. I think he knows he's full of crap, but maybe he watched that weird friend of his on YouTube, and that weird friend said it, so it must be true. So let me make up some more stuff. Well, let me get on the record again. If you eat a carnivore diet, you lose 35 IQ points in a week, okay? I said that on YouTube. It must be true. If some guy says it on YouTube, it must be true, right? Isn't that how it works in the carnivore world? So I can play by their game too. How about it makes you grow a second head and a brain? Why not? Let's throw that out there. Yeah, Peter, now Uncle Walt timed him out, I think. So I said, if you're watching Carnivore Logic, go and bring the study title, paste it in. You might have to wait another 150 seconds or whatever, but just do it and we'll check it out. Tism, I don't have any cooking pan recommendations or anything like that. If things stick, like say we're doing a saute without any oil, use water. That's what we do to keep the pan from getting sticky. Oh, thanks. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like what you're hearing here, Marvid. Yeah, subscribe, man. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I live stream every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is about 2 hours and 19 minutes ago. So wherever you're at in the world. But yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fridays. And I often will do another live stream in the middle of the week. Could be on the weekend. I try to come on earlier sometimes to get European viewers who are all asleep right now. If you're in Europe, let me know. You should be asleep right now. But yeah, this is what we do. So hit subscribe. Make sure you can follow along on these live streams, because a lot of good information comes out. Yeah, good advice there, Peter. Yeah, if you're not using oil, get a non-toxic, non-stick pan and use a little bit of water too. That helps out. Wine. I don't have an opinion on wine. I just look on Barnivore. Like when we went wine tasting in Temecula in the spring, we looked at Barnivore and found a winery that has all their wines are vegan. They don't use any a bone in the clarification process or anything like that. So look up the website. Yeah, I don't know if white wine is inherently better or worse than red. It just depends on the winemakers, the processes they use. So barnivore.com is your friend. Cool, you subscribed. Awesome, Marvid. Sweet. Let's see. Okay, I see some suggestions there for you, Marvid, about the carbon steel pans, the stainless steel. So cool. Yeah, I agree with you, Race. Yeah, vegans should only drink vegan wine if they drink wine. And it's pretty easy to fact check. Like, we were at a restaurant in Las Vegas a couple years ago at the Wynn, which has vegan options everywhere because Steve Wynn is or was a vegan. Anyway, they checked for us. They were bringing us wine options. And, hey, are these vegan? The guy went on barnivore.com and checked for us. So it's pretty easy to fact check this stuff nowadays. So I agree 100%. Martine, in Europe, Austria. Oh my God, what are you doing up at 5:20? Are you just waking up, or have you been up all night? It is Friday, so it's like a party night, huh? Have you been up all night, or have you been working? Let me know. Yeah, Race, I agree with you there. Eating a human also would be non-vegan. Uncle Walt, how does organic fit in with veganism? Well, when you look at the definition of veganism, it makes no mention of organic versus inorganic. Just, exploiting animals is wrong, basically. That's what veganism is all about. So, I don't have anything really to say about organic versus non-organic. I know some people might disagree with that, but that's how I feel. Again, I'm not saying what I'm saying is absolute 100% truth. That's just how my rationale is. Okay, MG's in the Netherlands. 5:20 in the morning there. Wow. Oh, full more music. Thank you.
Money for things. Possibly pizza.
Yeah, possibly pizza. We'll see if we get pizza tonight or not. We'll see. If not, we just got our Disneyland Southern California residence pass last week. We went last week on Tuesday, ate a bunch of vegan food. We didn't film anything. We just wanted to go and just experience it. And then next time we go, we'll start filming stuff. So if we don't spend the money on pizza, it'll be spent at Disneyland is what I'm saying.
Disneyland.
At Disneyland fun. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the Bonza. Get their stuff again here. The Bonza. The Bonza box here. Thanks, Bonza. I'm going to try out what is this again? The
Vegan cheddar and shells, I think.
Okay.
I'll grab it.
All right, she's going to grab the box here. All right, so already smells pretty good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, shells and vegan cheddar.
Was it vegan what?
Shells and vegan cheddar.
All right, the Bonza shells and vegan cheddar. Again, not sponsored, just trying out food that Bonza was kind enough to send us. Like I said, I can be bothered, to try this out. This is what we had here: the plant-based mac with chickpea pasta. The light is kind of.
And I made it with oat milk.
Okay, she made it. Calafia Farms. Again, not sponsored. Oat milk, non-flavored, right? Just regular, plain.
Yeah, just plain.
Mm-hmm.
And it said on here that it was optional to add 2 tablespoons, I think it was, of vegan butter, but we don't have any.
Yeah, it's suggested to add some vegan butter, which we don't have any. We don't keep any on stock, and it seems just fine. Wow, that's good.
Okay, we'll enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not sure
We may not have pizza.
Yeah, we may not have pizza, but again, we're gonna we're gonna go to Disneyland next week probably, and because we've got to figure out what day. You have to schedule the days ahead of time now, but yeah, we'll easily spend. What you guys donated tonight, that'll cover the expenses, because even though we get in free, gotta buy food. Food ain't cheap.
Yeah. Now maybe we'll try the food. There's in the new Avengers campus, there's a couple of vegan options.
Oh yeah, the new Avengers campus has new restaurants we've never seen yet. Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, enjoy. Sorry, time got away from me.
Did you get enough for yourself too?
There's a little bit, not as much as you have. That's fine.
Okay. All right, thanks.
That's fine. You're welcome, babe.
Awesome. Yeah, Peter, we haven't gone to any of the Avengers Land food yet. We just kind of walked through it, checked it out, and then later on we learned about the various restaurants there. So we will definitely go check out the vegan options at Avengers campus. Hey, Fomar Music. What's that? Oh yeah. He sent us some money for pizza. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we're having pizza tonight too. It's kind of iffy. I think we probably might not. We'll just save what you guys donated tonight for food at Disneyland. So either way, we're gonna be investing the money that you guys donated into making a video. The pizza probably wouldn't turn into a video, but if we go to Disneyland, we'll make a video. What they got there? The Beyond Meatballs pasta. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I did see that place. Yeah, I remember they had, right. I kind of laughed because we kind of made like a night or two before we went, a similar item. We made like some, I think they're meatballs from Trader Joe's or IKEA, probably Trader Joe's, and pasta. I go, that sounds like we just had it a couple of nights ago, so it didn't tempt us to go that night. Hey, Voss Music. Yeah, we're going to get going soon too. It's been a long live stream. I just noticed our carnivore logic friend never returned to show us any evidence to back up his original outrageous claims that vegans are sterile, and what was the other one, that grains cause brain damage or something like that. Dude never came back. We timed him out, let him go, find the studies, never came back. False music. I saw your comment there. We got held up by the butt. I'm going to leave it there. That's a little harsh, but it's funny. Okay, it's there now. Oh, okay, Peter. I didn't know that. Oh, he came back, AJ? I missed him? Oh no, what did he say? Did he paste any did he give us any study names? Because that's what I told him specifically. He was to come back only to paste study names. Oh, there it is. So you said it causes vegetarianism and veganism compared with mental health and cognitive outcomes. A systematic review and meta-analysis. All right, let's check it out. So I assume this is going to be your grains cause mental illness. So that was your claim there. Let's see if this is what's supported by this, that grains cause mental illness. Let's go find out. Because this doesn't sound like grains. It sounds like veganism or vegetarianism. So let's see if I'm getting mental illness here. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's get right to the conclusions. Vegan or vegetarian diets were related to higher risk of depression and lower anxiety scores, but no other outcomes were found. That doesn't say grains cause mental illness. I won't say anything. Vegan or vegetarian diets were related to higher risk of depression. How does that mean grains cause mental illness? Do you understand that this does not support that grains cause mental illness? And lower anxiety scores. So lower anxiety is actually a good thing, but no other differences for other outcomes were found. So it just might mean we might have some depression because we hear so much stupid crap from idiots like you telling us complete nonsense, like vegans are sterile. You didn't come up with a study for that, and that eating grains causes mental illness. That doesn't, what you showed us here doesn't support that. So we're going to laugh at you and your kind. You failed to prove that. I said specifically, show me a study. You can wind back. I'm not lying here. I said specifically, show me a study that proves or suggests that eating grains causes mental illness. And you failed. You just showed that vegans and vegetarians might have higher levels of depression, which is not the same thing. And there could be other factors. There could be other variables other than the diet. Societal differences, like, idiots like here come and trolling us like that. That does get me a little pissed off. Yeah, Uncle Walt, you saw it in real time, twisting the facts. And as Sean points out, only vegans can eat grains, huh? Oh. Because we're talking about grains. So why you bring me a study about vegans? I want to study about grains. Because as Sean points out, it's not like only vegans eat grains. Meat eaters eat grains too. I'm sure you're aware of that, our carnivore logic friend. Okay, your other study. I already can tell from the title. The baffling connection between vegetarianism and depression. First of all, vegetarian is not vegan. You're still getting animal protein and dairy. Secondly, we're talking about grains. Again, you didn't bring me any science to show that grains cause mental illness. You're just showing me that people that have meatless diets might have some extra probabilities of depression. That is very different. Do you understand? Grains cause depression. And you're telling me people that don't eat meat... No, you said grains cause mental illness. And all you're showing me is that people that don't eat meat might have higher levels of depression. Not the same thing. Not even remotely the same thing. Again, we were talking about grains, and you're telling me that vegans are a little depressed sometimes. Yeah, it's depressing hearing bullcrap like this from people like you all the time. So, did you have anything about the sterility? Did you bring any studies that show vegans have a lower chance of making babies or something like that? Yeah, that's a good point. Sean, being logical and perceptive makes us mentally ill. Yeah, good point, Race. How come he addresses that vegans have lower levels of anxiety? And again, let me go back to what else is said here too. Yeah, vegan or vegetarian diets were related to higher risk of depression and lower anxiety scores. That's actually good. But, let me highlight again, but no differences for other outcomes were found. And if you look further, subgroup analyses of anxiety showed a higher risk of anxiety, mainly in participants of 26 years of age, people under 26. So it showed that regardless if you're vegan or not vegan, if you're under 26 years old, that subgroup had a higher risk of depression as well. So you can't really say it's veganism or vegetarianism that caused depression. Being a certain age, it puts you at a higher risk of depression according to this meta-analysis too. So again, you didn't prove grains caused mental illness. You show that people who don't eat meat and people who are under 26, regardless of what they eat, might have a higher risk of depression. All right, great. All right, so veganism is null and void. All right, guys, shall I call it quits? Shall I hit delete on our channel now? I might have a higher chance of being depressed, being a vegan, so let's all eat steak, right? That's what this guy's trying to say. Veganism is null and void because there's a slight chance that you might be more depressed than a non-vegan. Therefore, we should all eat steak. Maybe it's depressing knowing and fully realizing the true horrors of animal agriculture, how animals are slaughtered. That might add something to depression as well. And having society, at least back when the study was put out, probably not be all that set up well for people on plant-based diets. Let me see what year this was. Let's see. Where is the year? Dang it. Okay, 2021. Okay. Cool. All right, guys, so let me know down there. Should I call it quits? Yeah, Uncle Walt, is having empathy for animals a sign of mental illness? So let me know, guys. Did Carnivore Logic just mess it up here? He debunked veganism. Shall I call it quits? Shall I start eating steak now? Because this study found that vegans have lower levels of anxiety, but might have a little bit more depression, and therefore veganism's null and void. Again, that wasn't what his task was. His task was to prove that grains cause mental illness, and you failed at that, Carnivore Logic. I can wind it back. You can wind it back too. You said grains cause mental illness. You said that. Those are not my words. I'm just repeating what you typed down there. Grains cause mental illness. Asked you to show me the study that showed that. You didn't. You just found a study that says vegans might have lower levels of anxiety but higher levels of depression. That doesn't show grains cause mental illness. So anyway, you failed, and you've been banned from our channel, Carnivore Logic. Race Lever just kicked your butt out of here because you failed to do what I said. Bring studies that show grains cause mental illness and vegan diets or plant-based diets cause sterility. You failed on both counts. You want to lose weight? To Seth, I can't pronounce your name. I'm not sure what you're doing right now as far as diet and exercise. Give me a little bit more information there and I'll see what I can share with you. I'm not a medical doctor or a dietitian or a nutritionist, but I can share with you what I know and see if what I know matches up with where you're at in your life right now. I didn't debunk Carnivore Logic. He made these two extraordinary claims. Vegans are sterile, grains cause mental illness. And I said, all right, show me the science. Didn't show me that. He brought back an unrelated study about vegans and vegetarians and depression and anxiety. Nothing about grains. Complete failure. Oh, good question, Kay. Is that pasta better than regular pasta? It's definitely a little different. I wouldn't say it's better. It's just different, It's just different, Like, what's better, an apple or a pear? It depends on who you ask. It's fine. It's totally cool. I would totally eat it again, Bonza. I'm sorry if Bonza. I'll probably link to this so Bonza can see. But thanks for sending this, Bonza. And sorry you had to see me suffer through a guy claiming that eating plants like that, are going to cause you to get mental illness and not be able to conceive children. But anyway. Oh yeah, Peter, I made a video on Doug Graham's book Grain Damage. I should make a new one for like 2021. I probably made it in like 2015 or something like that. Most of you guys haven't seen it. Yeah, Doug Graham, the author of 80-10-10, the fruitarian diet, made a book Grain Damage, how grains do all these horrible things to you. And one glaring omission in his book, he's making all these like seemingly scientific claims. He doesn't provide one reference to any study whatsoever, no evidence whatsoever, just hypothetical examples. So it just shows you right off the bat there, he has no support for any of the outrageous claims he was making about grains damaging our bodies and brains. Just making stuff up, no evidence. Just like our friend Carnivore Logic there. At least I'll give Carnivore Logic credit for at least trying to provide evidence. We provided studies, but they were irrelevant studies that didn't support the point that he was arguing for. But anyway. Okay, so Angus, you like the Bonza pasta better. Yeah, it probably is, to be honest, I think it's a little, it seems a little more, what's the word? Just like there's stuff in it, like nutrients, it doesn't feel as like kind of like almost like bland, I guess, is like regular pasta. It just seems like it's got a lot of stuff. It's got a flavor and going for it. Yeah, G-Light, yeah, sadly some people will believe these people. But that's why it's important to understand people saying crap and being able to back it up with actual evidence. It's a huge difference. Like I said, I can make up anything. Yeah, if you go carnivore, you'll lose 30 points on your IQ in a week. I can say that, but I have no evidence to support that. So it's just bullshit. It's just like the same level of claim that our carnivore friend made. Well, what's a good diet to lose weight? Like, you just don't eat food, but that's not a good way to do it. I think eating a whole food plant-based diet with minimal to no oil and combining that with regular, consistent exercise is a great way to lose weight in a safe way over a period of time. You're not going to like drop like 10 pounds in 2 weeks or anything like that, which is really unhealthy and dangerous to do. But yeah, but vegan diet isn't a weight loss diet. It's an ethical stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. However, that being said, if you do what I just said there, that leads you to a path to lose weight. I lost maybe, I was like 230 something a long time ago. I'm like 192 now. And I didn't ever do any dieting, just doing what I'm doing, eating whole food plants, getting regular exercise. Yeah, Uncle Walt, the way that a lot of people think something is true is because some guy on YouTube or Facebook made a video and that somehow makes it true. I'm on YouTube right now. If you eat a carnivore diet, you will lose 30 IQ points in a week. It must be true because some guy, me, on YouTube said it. Yeah, breatharian. That's one way to lose a lot of weight pretty quickly, but really horrible, and don't do it. Now, I would suggest if you're interested, check out our book, The Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. Whole food plants, all sorts of plants that are not that, dishes that are not that terribly difficult to make, a wide, diverse array of plant foods. And if you combine that with regular exercise, that will be, that's my, oops, that's the wrong one. Oops, yikes. Uh-oh, where'd I go here? Where is my live stream? Okay, we're here. Okay, I was about to paste the link to our book here, and I totally messed up something. Okay, I think everything's cool now. Oh yeah, Dr. Greger's book. Yeah, How Not to Diet. Yeah, check that out. I got a copy of that too here. Yeah, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. I was going to paste a link to our web store here, but I pasted instead the Carnivore Logic guy's title to his study there. That was the last thing in my computer's copy memory. Anyway, here's a link to our store, shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. You can check out the ebook or the printed book for the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, or our old book, Keep It Carb Baby. Either way, whole food plant-based diet combined with exercise and minimizing oil, not because I'm against oil, just it's really calorically dense compared to other things. So If your concern is weight loss, yeah, I think we got you covered. Uncle Walt, IQ loss of carnivores is true. It must be true. I made the video, Uncle Walt, right? So how can it not be true? Okay, Fulmar Music. I didn't read through all the stuff there. So you said the Harvard study says the standard Western fat food diet can cause depression. It has been a word, whereas whole grains are associated with higher levels of happiness. Oh, I hope our carnivore logic friend is still here. So the grains are associated with higher levels of happiness. But these grains supposedly, according to his assertions, cause mental illness. Wow. Are ramen noodles vegan? Yeah, just read the packages. Not all of them are, but the ones we get are definitely ramen. So yeah, read the packages, do your research. It's not too hard to find vegan ramens. Michael Jackson, yes, I love the IKEA vegan stuff. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I got to make a video eating vegan at IKEA and bringing frozen IKEA vegan food home too. Yes, good advice there from Zoe Way about the ramen noodle situation. Yeah, just read the package. Usually the noodles are fine. It's just the crap they put in the package that's not vegan that you got to watch out for. Inflation gives you depression, like watching your savings dwindle away. Is that what you're talking about? All right, so any questions before I go, guys? Let me know. I've been on like, gosh, 2 3/4 hours, thanks to the little extra burst of food there from Bonza. Oh yeah, Trader Joe's. Yeah, we went there after last week's live stream. Uncle Walt got some more stuff. I popped by there, I think it was yesterday, so we're pretty stocked up now. Got more vegan banana bread. What else did I get there? I got some spinach. Bananas, got a few more bananas for my bananas. Whoa, so what do we have to say to our friend Neymar here before we go? You know what meat comes from. You know, meat involves exploiting and killing animals so that you can have this delicious thing. So you're cool with that. As long as it's delicious and pleases you, you're completely fine with harming animals. Yeah, another troll here. What should we do, Peter, Uncle Walt? Should we humor this guy or should we just bum him? Like, who comes if you want to, Neymar, if you want to debunk veganism, give me an argument, but just don't come here and troll. Say meat is delicious, you know. So what? You know, I'm sure eating your brother, if you have a brother, would be delicious too. Human flesh, I understand, is really delicious, and I heard, you know, eating dogs and cats can be tasty too. Does that justify it? Can I eat your brother since your brother is going to be tasty? Supposedly, Neymar, should I have the right to eat your family? Just curious. If that's the basis of eating flesh, you know, is just that it pleases you because it's tasty. Just curious. Peter, time now. Just let Neymar think about it. That's his argument. If something causes pleasure in my brain, it's tasty, that justifies me doing it. You know, that justifies anything. If a rapist finds pleasure in the act of raping a victim, that's cool, right? It's justified because there's pleasure involved, the sensation of pleasure. That's what he's saying. If something makes you feel good, it's tasty, it's pleasurable, that's the moral right there. That's the justification. That's his argument. I'm sure murderers love murdering people too, especially serial murderers. They do it over and over again over years. They must get some pleasure out of it. So serial murder is fine as long as it brings the murderer pleasure. That's your argument here. Kay, I don't know anything about that, Kay. I'll keep my eyes open for info about that. Zoe's Way, yeah, good response to him. Yes, eating animals is weird. And it's not only weird, it's effed up. Serial murder, there you go, with a C, not an S. I wouldn't worry about salt and all that, Tism. Just focus on eating plants. Yeah, salt can cause you to bloat, water retention, and the like, but that's fine tuning it. Just focus first on eating a plant-based diet. Oh, the vinyl. Yeah, I'm not ready to go to spin vinyl right now. Would that be boring? Maybe I'll do that on our Love Spirals channel. Do some vinyl live streams. Follow Love Spirals Official. I'll type in our channel name there. Love Spirals Official on YouTube. Oh, don't worry, be happy. Did I ever get an appointment with Danielle Bellardo, a vegan cardiologist? No, I haven't bothered you. I know it's not like, I don't believe I'm in any imminent risk of like a heart attack or anything like that. Knock on wood, but yeah, I just haven't done it yet. But I wanted to. The timing was kind of weird. My mom, had surgery back in early July and had complications. So I just wanted to make sure my schedule was free as possible. I knew I could put off going to the cardiologist, for a while. So thanks for reminding me. I'll get back on that. Let's see. We're in September. I'll give her a call. I'll give her a call next week, maybe. See what's up. I know it's going to be some work on my part. I want to assemble my mini blood tests over the years that you guys have hopefully seen on YouTube. I just want to give her the original files as much as I can find them so she can see the history of my LDL cholesterol so she can get a better idea of where I'm at. But yeah, that's my plan. I'm not backing out on it. No, I just been busy, and I definitely want to get it. My LDL. I just want to have it. I'm at the right age. I'm 54. Why not? Why not be proactive? Go visit a cardiologist rather than some guy on YouTube or Facebook. Go visit an experienced cardiologist and get her opinion. Let's see, you can't get your LDL below mid-70s? Well, that's fine. That's great. I mean, you just want it below 100, so you're cool. You have nothing to worry about there. Marvid, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't want to go down that road, but there are studies that show type 3. You're talking about type 2 diabetes? I've never heard of a type 3 diabetes. There are studies that show eating a whole food plant-based diet has I don't know about reverse. Yeah, you should check out Dr. Neil Barnard, Barnard. Check him out on Amazon. Check out his YouTube videos. He's a author, a medical doctor, and he has done a lot of research with plant-based diets and diabetes. Yeah, even 90 is okay. Yeah, don't worry. 70 is fine. You're good. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I'm definitely gonna do it, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll see if she's cool with me filming too. I have no idea. Actually, guys, I'll probably go. Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if I should wait till like Delta variant kind of chill out, or maybe it's never gonna be cool. So I know they're all vaccinated there. I am. So I'll talk. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out when. Okay, it's not pressing, I don't think, but I definitely want to go visit a vegan cardiologist. Yeah, good point, Boise Triathlete. Good to see you there. Good advice there about type 2 diabetes. All right, Michael Jackson, good seeing you. Yeah, I've never had statins before. Hopefully she doesn't want to give me statins. That sounds crazy. I don't know. That's my biggest fear. Like, what if she recommends something I don't want to do, I'll have to really think about that. I don't want to be on any medications. Oh yeah, Mastering Diabetes. Check that out too. Yeah, one of my friends, Robbie, I think is one of the co-authors of that. Antonio, you live by UC San Diego. Here you'll see a large percentage of Asian mixes and looks. I guess I would blend in there. Yeah, La Jolla area. Can I dunk in basketball? Of course. I was dunking before COVID at age 52, and now at age 54, I have started up again in the training, and I'm getting pretty close. I feel like I'm at that point I was like maybe a few months before I was actually dunking again. But I'm doing the training. My vert is doing good. I'm just actually having trouble handling the ball on the way up. It's just kind of just having trouble with that part of it, and being able to like jump high with the ball. I remember that was an issue before too. It just takes some practice. You know, it's easy to jump, but it's harder to bring this weird, awkward ball up with you. So I'm working on it again. But yeah, I'm curious to see. Yeah, age 54 now. I told you last time I dunked was age 52. Can I still dunk at 54? As of today, not right now. But I can grab on that rim. I can jump up and grab the rim, no problem. I just need to bring the ball up with me. No, Uncle Walt, I don't take any meds of any kind. Rex, I don't eat meat substitutes. I mean, rarely, yeah, once in a blue moon, but I don't eat meat substitutes. We don't buy meat substitutes, so no. And I mean, what raises your cholesterol, besides dietary cholesterol, is saturated fat. So, I mean, yeah, I just try to avoid foods that are high in saturated fat. I'll have them sometimes. I'm sure there's some in that cheese, but I don't have this stuff all that often. Alley-oop is tough. I think if you have a great vert, an alley-oop is cool, but the timing is tough. If you don't have a lot of hang time, if your vert ain't that great like mine, I mean, I can get up there, but not like the guys you see on TV, you know? So yeah, an alley-oop would be cool, but the timing for me it's got to be perfect, and I don't know anyone that can lob it up perfectly like that. I hope not, Boise. We'll see. I'm going to get it checked out. Daddy, my height, I'm 6'4.5", barefoot. So with my basketball shoes on, I'm easily 6'5", probably almost 6'6", maybe. I don't know. I've never measured myself with my basketball shoes on. But again, I'm 54. Most like NBA pros, which I never was. I didn't even play in high school or college. Most NBA pros who were like brilliant dunkers in their 20s, you know, don't dunk after age 40, let alone 50. So it just shows you how it's a ability that declines over age, even for the greatest, you know. But that said, I did it at 52, so it still can happen. I'm just saying I never had the advantage of being like a world-class athlete, jumper, anything like that. I've never been like that. Yeah, Jordan, it takes effort. It takes training. Unless you're naturally, you know, gifted, it takes effort to be able to, you know, have the vert for a dunk and then be able to bring the ball up with you. But if you can do that, awesome, go for it. Yeah, palming's the first step. You got to be able to palm it. Unless you can jump really high and bring it up with two hands, which is even harder. But yeah, palming's the first step, and then be able to train your body to bring the awkward ball up with you without losing inches off your vert. That's the hard part, is be able to bring it up and keep your vert as high as it can be. Because usually when I jump at the ball, an inch or two of the vert comes off. Yeah, thank you, Boise Athlete, for sharing the authors of Mastering Diabetes. Yeah, Cyrus and Robbie. All right, so any last minute questions here before I go? I've been on, this will be a 3-hour live stream, so Race Lever, you should be stoked, you know? I know you're going to say Real Vegan stream for 4 or 5 hours, but I can't remember the last 3-hour live stream I did. DJ, I'm going to listen to what the cardiologist says when I go visit her. I'll take it all in. I don't want to say never or anything like that. I'll just take it all in and act accordingly then. Yeah, I'm aware of the side effects. That's why I'm going to see what she says and take it from there. Maybe there's some other tests we can do, like a calcium, a CT heart scan, just to see how the valves are looking. I want to see what options there are besides taking statins. I don't care if I have to pay a few $100 to go get a CT heart scan or whatever. We'll see. What I'm not a medical doctor. I'm going to see what options there are. I don't want to take statins when I could just, you know, get the imaging done. Race. My credit card number is 39764. I don't know. I'm just making numbers up there. Yeah. She's an knowledgeable cardiologist. I trust what she says. So, and I'm going to ask her a lot of questions too, because statins is the last option. I want to see if there's something else I can do, some other test I can take to see what my cardiovascular health is right now. Tips on how to reduce processed vegan food. Yeah, just try. It sounds easier than said than done, but yeah, try your best not to bring it home. Try your best not to throw it in the shopping cart, or try not to go out to too many restaurants, vegan restaurants. Easier said than done, but that's, it basically boils down to that when you really get down to it. That's a good one, Uncle Walt. Did you make that up or did you get that from someone? I know who's bagging on potatoes, but potatoes are great. They're like a staple part of our diets. They don't cause any trouble. Yep, good tip there, Zoe. That's pretty much what my plan too. Yeah, just don't buy it or don't buy much. Maybe minimize before you reduce all, if that's your plan. I don't reduce all. I don't eliminate all like processed vegan foods, but I really don't eat too many. Even though I just ate that Bonza there. I mean, the cheese is the most processed part. We easily could have just made the pasta, the Bonza pasta, put some like tomato sauce on there. That's pretty whole food, you know, a garbanzo pasta with tomato sauce. Peace pies. No, I don't think I've ever made it to peace pies yet before. So more reason to go down to San Diego. Yeah, I definitely want to do some San Diego vegan eating for sure. All right, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3-hour live stream here, so I guess we'll call it a night here. So I want to thank you guys, everyone, for watching tonight, and all our moderators. You guys are hardcore. You guys have been here pretty much the whole time. So thanks for sticking on and keeping the trolls out of you know, as much as possible there. I know I engaged them a couple times, but thanks so much for your work there, Uncle Walt and Race Lover. We had Wujita for a little bit, and Peter. How can I forget Peter there? Thanks. Yeah, I think Peter timed out one of those guys ultimately. So thanks so much, and thanks for you, all the viewers. We had a really lively, fun audience tonight, and let's keep it that way. Let's keep this growing. I want to make these live streams more. I know I've said that before. That's why I'm doing stuff. You notice I have the new bottom thirds graphic there. We got, thanks to Peter, we got Discord working last week, so I can get more guests on their audio. And then from that debate I did with Kevin Bass, I was able to get Zoom working, so I can get video happening. So we're going to have more fun with the live stream, guys. So I want to grow it, make it like a weekly entertainment hour or two for everyone. And I know real vegans do 3.5-hour live streams, so I guess I'm not a real vegan race, but I did cross the 3-hour mark right now, actually. So thanks for watching. If you joined late, you can always watch this from the beginning again. Nothing crazy happened, you know, but you can watch from the beginning. As long as you have the link, you can watch it. But I'll take this video down from our homepage probably tonight or tomorrow, because I don't like a bunch of live videos clogging up our homepage. I want people to watch the, you know, the regular content and watch the live streams as live as possible. So anyway, we got new t-shirts on shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. Back in stock with the tie-dyes, back in stock with the black t-shirts. We got all our ebooks, and we got our print copies, Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, so check that out. And watch our videos from this week. Angie put out an Animal Friends video yesterday, and I put out a video debunking this kid for why he's no longer vegan. Again, like all these videos, just the most ridiculous, silly arguments. There's mean vegans out there or whatever, you know, just crazy stuff. Then check that out. Yeah, watch that. And we'll see you soon. We're going to have some more videos for you next week. I might do that video about the hot dogs taking the half hour off your life. I thought I'd get to that today, but I got busy with t-shirt issues, guys. So anyway, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. And let's remember to keep it happy, healthy, and vegan. All right, peace out, guys. See you guys soon.